Yo, that intro gets me all the time. You know what?
Hey, Trey, I swear you kill
What
me,
I
but
like
you
about
go
it
all
is,
out. I
you know,
swear
when
down.
I just come through the mask, innit,
yeah,
man?
Please get
he
sponsored
came in
by
like a
Big Daddies.
Martian.
I swear down.
Little entrance.
You know the entrance, yeah. When Junior snaps and he goes into Trey doing that, that gets me all the time, man. Every
I
time,
know. That's the one.
isn't it? Wow, welcome back. This
Oh,
is the Man United boys. The Liverpool boys go and and sob now that they've lost 4-1. But to be fair,
taking over,
it's
yeah.
to be fair, it's against City, and so you can actually understand that there really, really is competition there, and they are fighting for the title. So I'm gonna get straight in because I've been having a conversation throughout the week with Trey, and every single time I'm trying to explain to this guy that I've got, when you've got some sort of feeling inside of you, like something's not right. I don't know if you guys have felt it, but something's not right. Let's just put it out there, because at the end of the day, we are second, first. But come on, let's actually just think about this for a second. So I'll start off, and this question goes out to anyone. Yeah, who's confident that Oli can win a title at all?
What, the Premier League title
Let's just
or
say
any
any.
trophy?
Yeah,
Bruv, my confidence in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer winning the Premier League or any trophy for Man United right now is 60%. I would say there's like 40% missing.
that's average, you know.
Yeah, because I'm seeing signs of improvements.
Right.
But yeah, and I don't know if you guys agree with me, but there has been a constant factor in almost every single defeat, like big, huge defeat that we've had this season, or even since last season. So as you can see, we've lost how many semi-finals last season? 3, yeah, and most of them we went out due to like goals from set pieces, corners, free kicks, and things like that.
Until
Then
now,
come this season. Actually, I think our defense was much better last season because we were actually like one of the best defenses in Europe, not just in the Premier League. We were doing good. But you see, this season now, we've considered 2 goals from corners against Southampton, against PSG, 2 goals from corners, yeah? Not only that, but also we considered against West Ham, Sheffield United, trying to remember, Leicester City, I think, also scored against Leeds, also scored from a corner. You know, the game that we won 6-2, they scored from the
yeah.
corner kick.
Mm-hmm.
The game that we won out in the League Cup in the semi-finals, we conceded again from free kicks and corners. Jonas Stones, no one was marking him. It's like, where is the defensive coaching when it comes to this team and set pieces, corners, free kicks? Like our forwards this season, yeah, they've been like not the best. Our attack hasn't been good, but in terms of performances, we've actually been getting better. Like we've started to dominate games now, and the boys now have a belief. So if you look at the game against Burnley, when we won 1-0, we dominated that game. Then we got away to Liverpool. We dominated that game in the second half. We should have won it. We got away to Arsenal. We dominated. We should have won it. Southampton, no matter the circumstances, at least we won that game, yeah? Then you lose to Sheffield United again from a corner kick. What's going on? Where is the coaching when it comes to set pieces?
Hold on. Can I put in my own 2 pence in this? Yeah. Like, I understand, Bupe, I understand your frustration in it. Yeah, but can I just put it into perspective? If you look at Liverpool and think about how long they took to build the team that became that team that started challenging, it took them about 4 years to get there. I think 3-4 years. I'm not too sure. And to go on Abby's point,
Wait. Sorry, Junior. Sorry, I keep hearing a crackling sound.
Yeah,
Like
I can hear that in my headphones.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me just try and sort that. Let me hold on a second. I'm just trying to average out who it is. Abud is on. Abud, what?
Yes, good.
What are you doing here, bruh?
Love it.
I just saw the link, so I thought I might just join as well.
Love
Okay,
it.
cool. if you can you just twist your phone
Twist your
horizontal?
Aye.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice one.
I think it's coming from K. Let me just try and rule out where that's coming from because it's kind of it. I think it stopped, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Because now I've muted K's audio. It's now
Yeah.
completely stopped.
Yeah.
So K, I think then it's come back again now. So K, could you sort that out?
Let me try and leave and come back. So,
Yeah, it's some headphones or something.
yeah, I saw that.
Bless. Yeah, Junior, what were you saying?
Man, like,
Yeah.
3-point collectors, you know.
yeah. Right, listen, yeah. What I'm saying is, yeah, like as much as we want to be top on Ole, and we got to look at like there's a lot of cracks that was at United before Ole started, before he came in. Look at Pogba and Lingard, and them man dancing in the dressing room. If you look at the defense wasn't good enough, yeah. Maguire having that fight earlier on before the season, we papered over that crack because he never actually got dropped. He never rested.
Yeah.
So obviously he's been good for us, but I think like he's gonna have lost. I don't know, man. I don't know with Maguire. I don't want to make too much excuses for him because like he should be doing better. Do you understand what I mean? But at the same time, I feel like Ole is doing a good job, man. Like.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, 100%, 100%. I agree with you.
I think Ole's done a good job.
Definitely.
I think Ole's done a brilliant job, and I think that next year, if we don't win nothing, then yeah, there should be a question of a minute. But every time I questioned him, he's answered that question, innit? And like against Everton, as long as we didn't lose, it wasn't a bad result. Like Abdi said, this season, it can go anywhere, innit? You understand what I mean? City can pull off a cliff. You never know, but we just need to do better, innit? But we should allow Ole some time, innit? Like, I'm not even a big fan of Ole, but I don't want to be like them other clubs that are just jumping on the manager and being like, oh, he needs to go out or not support the team. The team have done well, but obviously they can be better, innit? You feel me?
But here's the thing. Oh, wait. Sorry, Trey, you can carry on after this. I hear what you're saying, but let's just say if we had, okay, forget Mourinho. Let's just say people who actually pay for the manager now these days, because Mourinho is actually losing the dressing room to a whole lot of teams now. Yeah, this is just a trend. Pep gets the best out of most people. We have had no injuries. Yeah, and Maguire, unless it's really crap, unless it's really, really bad, because he's good on the ball. He's actually got range on the ball. It's like he's good on the ball, but when it comes to defensive attributes, someone needs to tell him something at all. So let's just say if Pep took over or Klopp took over with this team that we have, would they get any better than what Ole has done? Trey, you can go on.
Honestly, right now, look, I'll be 100% honest. Like, as a fan, right now, seeing where Man United are right now compared to where we were last season, it's an improvement. At the start of the season, we said that a top 4 finish, Champions League qualification, and a trophy is our target. And at the moment, we're on course. At the moment for that. So just the fact that the season's been a bit crazy, it's been a roller coaster. We found ourselves in a situation where we're fighting for the league. But at the end of the day, like if we ended up being in the top 3, and we win, I don't know, the FA Cup, man, we've achieved our target at the end of the day.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. That is what I've been saying.
I have to agree with Junior.
But listen, the chances of us winning a cup right now is 50. I'm even say 60, 40 the other way, man. Let's just be real. Like, let's just be real.
What, 60 towards winning a trophy or 60 not getting a trophy? Like with 40% not
getting a trophy.
We're not getting a trophy.
Not getting a trophy. I feel like there's certain things missing from this team for them to be 100% confident to when they get
Yeah.
in a game like that and like something happens, yeah, there's just certain missing, like, and it's not Ole, it's the players. There's something he needs to first. I think he needs a CDM,
Yep.
like a proper CDM, yeah. And I think he needs to play Bailly and Maguire more because I think those are our best two centre backs. If we go buy something else, like we can always question Ole, but what about the board? What are they doing to support my man? Like they're not doing nothing. Do you understand what I mean? They're not signing no one for us.
Exactly.
They're not pushing. I'm hearing like their team in the NFL and that they're in the Super Bowl and that. Where's United for the past 7 years? Nowhere to be found. Like so, you can't just point the finger at Ole. You got to look at the whole team. Like Pogba in there. Like every time we think Pogba's gonna stay with us, someone's gonna come out and say something. Surely that affects the team. Do you understand what I mean? Like Lingard. Look how long it took to get Lingard out. Look at Arsenal. Like much as I don't want to big up Arsenal and that, but look how much players they get out in the club this season. What are we doing? Like, these players in there, it affects the culture, innit? But Ole's doing a good job because he's doing that for us. He's clearing them out. Whoever comes in after him, they're gonna come to a better Manchester United, a platform to lift us higher. We're not going 2 step backs. It's not like, oh yeah, like under Mourinho we finished second and then the next season we didn't get Champions League or we won the Europa League and then
Definitely. Yeah.
Pogba is like, I want to leave. You know what I mean? If Pogba leaves, everyone knows that we've got something, a foundation there for us to build on. I think we just need to focus on that because in the past 6 years, it's just been crap, like upon crap. My man is calm. He's one of us. He's doing something. Man, just give him the props, innit? Because at the end of the day, football is a game that, sorry for talking too long, but football is a game, innit? If you don't get the results, you're going to get fired. See, eventually you're going to get fired anyways. If he doesn't win titles, so hey, we might as well just put him right here, innit?
No. But that I can't have that. If at the end of the day, so it's like Terry, like John Terry. John Terry was sorry, not John Terry. What am I talking about? Lamps. Lamps was unlucky. That was unlucky because I feel like there's no way you can
Don't compare both of them.
hold on a second.
Don't do that. Lampard was unlucky.
Hold on. Because at the end of the day, if it was Man United and we backed Oli so much and he was that right now at the season, we wouldn't have sacked him. Come on, let's be real. We wouldn't have sacked him. No, we wouldn't have sacked him, bro. Come on, we're not that club. We're not that club.
How did we back him?
Like we gave him so much peoples and so much stuff. Like this was kind of a project. You know what I'm saying? We can't have given him so much players and not back him for just, like how long of a season. So this is practically altogether like a single season. It's not even a season put together. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
let me ask you just
hold on a second. You think that we would have fired our manager straight away from like right now?
All right, let me answer that. So essentially, I think
there's no reason to fire him.
We wouldn't fire him, but
which is unlucky. That's what I'm saying.
It's not unlucky because Roman Abramovich. Let's think clearly about this. Roman Abramovich, you know what you're getting into with him anyway. So he sacrificed. Let's say he invested over 200 million on a certain amount of players. So essentially, you look at where they are in the table, and he's thinking like, raw. Like at the start of the season, I could look at countless of messages and different presses from the media saying Chelsea are title contenders after the signing. And where were they? Where were they in the league? Think about that. So as a owner, I'm thinking my team went from title contenders to mid-table. Manager's not working out for him. Get rid. You already know how Abramovich is.
That's Abramovich. That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, he knows what he's getting himself into. But for the love of the club, he put himself in that position, which in the end, he paid the price of what he knew what he was getting himself into. It is what it is. But what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, right now.
Can I just add a few points in there before we change topics? You said Ole got backed. Yeah. Do you think Maguire was Ole signing?
No, I said if Ole got back the same way as Lamps, he didn't get back. So at the end of the day, At the
Yeah,
end of
that's
the
what I'm
day,
saying. So he's just doing what he can do. He can do the best he can do with what he has right now.
No. So can I just say something about this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oli, in his first season, his first full season, he was given Maguire, and yes, that was an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer signing, 100%. He scouted him. He
It
and
was.
him and Michael bro. Let me finish. Yeah. Basically, Maguire and Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Dan James were Ole Gunnar Solskjaer signings. The difference between Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Jose Mourinho and Louis van Gaal is that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer targeted the players that he wanted for the club, that he knew would value what playing for Manchester United means. Louis van Gaal was signing players for his own system. Jose Mourinho was signing players for his own ego and the players that he likes for himself. But
Yeah.
Maguire is an English guy. He knows what it's like to play for Man United. So 100% he was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer signing.
that's
But
what I think.
where they failed him, yeah, was at the start of the second season, which was when this season that we're in now. They failed him completely because they should have got him Jadon Sancho that he wanted all summer long. And then at the end of the window, they gave him Cavani. Just like that. Cavani and Van de Beek. Van de Beek, he doesn't want to play with Van de Beek. Clearly, he doesn't want him because he's already been playing him. The problem is always Man United. The second season, that's where they failed the coaches. Mourinho got backed in his first season. The start of the second season, he didn't get backed enough. Louis van Gaal, the same thing happened. They didn't back him the start of the second season. Oli was actually very lucky to still be in the job, like because the way we started the season, 6-1 at home to losing to Tottenham, then going out in the Champions League group stages. At the end of the day, he was lucky. But you know what? He's turned it all around. He's improving the team, and I would give him more time. But the board definitely failed him this season. And the fact that we're actually second in February right now is a miracle itself. And it means that he's doing a good job because they didn't get him the players that he wanted to improve the team. And that is the problem that we're having.
Yeah, no,
So
definitely. And also,
But
to add to it, sorry to cut you off, Junior.
Sir?
Yeah, sorry to
Go on,
cut you
Go
off,
on,
Junior. Just to add,
Go on, Trey. I
what
was
you're
gonna
saying.
say I wanted to hear what Kate got to say in it because he hasn't said nothing.
Go ahead, my bro.
Go on,
No,
Trey.
I kind of like agree with what do you call it? What Trey's saying. My only issue with Ollie is that I think his decision making is a bit nuts sometimes. You know, for example, when he played Fred at left back last game, when we needed a goal, you know, it was just questionable. You know, some of his
Not taking him off when he's gonna get a red card. He's on yellow. You can see it's a tight game. Like, why are you not taking him off?
yeah.
Last minute substitutes. Like, we need substitute. Like, do you have a game? Sorry to cut you off, Kate, but I've got so much going on in my.
It's cool, bro. It's cool. No, I'm just saying. I just think his decision making needs to kind of improve. Like, potentially he can do bits for us, but yeah, Ollie's decision making definitely needs to change, man. Personally,
I just think like if you look at it as well. Yeah, we've got room for improvements, not just on Ole's tactics. If you look at days, like for example, Rashford, Martial, let me think, Greenwood. They've not really. Rashford, I like Rashford. He's been the main guy for us this season, but he's frustrating at times. There's chances that he can just bury, and there's this spirit in games where he could just be like, right, we've got this one done and dusted, but my man just leaves us on the edge, and then you got to question Maguire and the defense, innit? So I'm just looking like we're just not there yet. We're very close, but even the players are just not there yet. So we just need like 2 more things to do. Do you understand what I mean? Like maybe 2 more signings to change the culture a bit more. Look at what Bruno's done for us. I think we need a CDM, like a man that doesn't take no nonsense, just comes in there, smashes it about, and just be like, you know what, you lot push, I'm going to hold it down with the defense. I've got you, man. You feel me? When Fred is there, is like, yeah, Fred is very good tackling, but when it comes to passing the ball, like, you know, that exit, I'm going to get the ball and then pass it away. 8 out of 10 times is good enough, but the 2 times he cost us, yeah, I swear we concede the goal. Any time we make a silly mistake, it's always a goal. It's not like, oh, we make a silly and we get away with this one. Nah, it's going to be a goal. So I feel like we just need some more signings and then we're there. Like I think 2 years and then we'll win a title. I think so, 100%. The Premier League, not just a title. Premier League.
I agree with Junior. Definitely, I feel that we're a couple signings away from really mounting the challenge. I do agree with Junior that for me, you got to play Bailly, man. You got to play Bailly, Maguire. Them two, I think they are
He's
best
always
players.
injured.
You have to. You
That's
have
true
to.
as well.
You can't. You have to, but you can't. So how are you gonna play an injured man?
He's not injured.
Yeah, but he's always injured.
Definitely he's injured. That's why he didn't play the last game against Everton, because he wouldn't have played Lindelof 2 games in a row, because Lindelof himself is carrying the injury. He's got a back injury he's been carrying since the Leicester City game. Yeah. So Oli would definitely prefer to play Eric Bailly, that's for sure, if he was fit. But if we just bring back the conversation to what you asked me at the start, you said, and when I was saying to you 60-40, and the reason why I said to you 60-40 is he's making a lot of improvements. He's always learning, and every single game, the next game that we play, if we don't play well, we learn the next game. We're going ahead and we're getting better. Since we went out in the Champions League, what happened after that? We go away to Everton, we won 3-1, and then we lost 6-1 to Tottenham at the start of the season. So the team has been getting better. Now he no longer plays with like only Pogba and McTominay, or only Pogba and Fred in midfield like we did against Tottenham, where we got absolutely like taken apart by Tottenham's midfield. Now he's a bit more cautious about how he goes in the big games. So he's always learning. I have no doubt that, like Junior was saying, the foundation is there right now. The players is there. The only thing that's missing right now, especially this season, because there's Corona, there's injuries, teams are tired, is the mentality part of the team. Like, it's the last second of the game. What can we do? We have to hold the line. Like, we have to sort ourselves out. It's just like 20 seconds, man. That's all you have to do. It's just
and
the
it's our
mentality.
captain, and it's our captain as well.
To cut you off,
man, I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Yesterday,
so painful, man.
You know, before the free kick, literally at that point, that was when we needed to just lump it long. Do you get it? Because we had at least 20 seconds at that point. We need to waste a bit of time. That's where sort of game management comes into play and more experience. Yeah. But I definitely feel that we've got a platform, there's a foundation, but we just need to tweak a few bits, man. But I'm very happy with like
there's a question I've been
how we're playing right now.
Sorry, Trey, go on.
No, go ahead, my bro.
I want to ask the Mandem, yeah. Do you think Martial's time is done at United? What do you think of Martial at United?
He's dipped off form.
I think he's lacking confidence for sure.
Yeah, I think he's
so what would you say? Do you say we cut our losses and be like, okay, we're going to be great, we're not going to be great for us, or do you think we stick with him and still say that, yeah, we need you to take us to the glory land?
They put him to the wings. I think in my mind that 100% Martial should stay in the wings. On the left, on the wings, fight it out with Rashford, so that Rashford stays on his toes. Like, Martial is waiting on Ego on this side, and the other side, Diallo and Sancho. If we actually get them, if we can actually get Sancho, and then the front, it's either Cavani. I know one day Greenwood is going to come in, but if it was up to me, blood, I'll go straight up and down and get Haaland, 100%, blood. That's it.
Well, Rupe, just to add, on that point about Haaland, did you know in January last year, just before Haaland went to Dortmund, Oli already had a conversation with him. He already had that discussion with him, already had an agreement for him to come to us, but Woodward said no to the signing.
Oh my God. No way.
I don't think so,
No
Trey.
way.
I don't think so.
Okay, fine.
So.
Okay, we can leave that to
It's not
speculation.
factual. No way.
So let's just answer this question while this was still here. Do y'all think we need younger strikers instead of Cavani?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's why I brought up the point of Martial, innit?
Because at the end of the day,
Martial already didn't work out. So he was young when we first got him, and then we had Rashford as well that came out as a striker. He was young when we first got him. So like, I don't understand what else we need to do. It's not about getting the young strikers. It's about buying the right striker, the proven guy Like, obviously, it's hard to say, but you see someone like Lewandowski out there, go get him. Know that. Like, someone that, I don't know about Haaland, didn't it? I like him, innit? But I can respect if Edward Wood said no, I'm not going to be angry at that because I don't need no more paparazzi in my club. I just want my team to be together. I don't need no one to come and you feel me? Like you feel me with Asian
Bro,
No. You don't say no to
Haaland, bro. He's just
Nah, get out of here. Get out of here with that.
all over again. You know that.
bro. Listen. What you not getting yet? If Haaland came to United, yeah, and we can't say he's going to do as good as he's doing at Dortmund because the Premier League is a different league to the German league. But if by any chance he doesn't hit the same heights, yeah, it's just BBC news again on United every day. Big brother, what's going on at United? My man is coming saying this.
But the difference with that, sorry, okay, I'll let you continue. The difference with Haaland and whoever you're talking about is Haaland don't like press. Haaland and media is so awkward. Haaland doesn't do press at all. Even when he's doing this thing where he has to do things for Dortmund, he looks so awkward. He wants to stay on his own stuff. He doesn't want. He's not about that life. Basically, Haaland is about the business. He's a cyborg.
That's true.
Alright, but right now, yeah, you're hearing rumors, yeah, of Haaland leaving Dortmund next season or the end of this season is because of the power play. My man's already said, yo, you can go to Dortmund, but if someone comes in and say they're gonna pay this amount of money for my man, he's gone, and you can't do nothing about that. And if you had signed him, it would have been the same thing that United saying that, okay, you have to sign him, but if someone else came in for like 60-something million and he wants to go and you can't say no. So what's the point of getting him then? It's not going to be like, okay, you're coming because you love the club. At the moment of time, we want to sign players that love us, not players that, oh yeah, you've got potential, but you think a better club is the next step for just the beginner step. That don't make no sense. It's like,
okay, let me speculate. Let me speculate then. Let me tie in with Trey.
Sorry to cut you off, man. Let me answer Junior's question about Martial. Honestly, I think right now, in life, sometimes you have to take 2 steps back to go forward. I think with Cavani coming in, he's going to improve Rashford. He's going to improve Martial. He's going to improve Greenwood. They can learn from the experience of this guy. So I think by having him at the club, Martial, Rashford, Greenwood can learn his movement, learn how he trains, learn how he works outside of the pitch. So because obviously Cavani's not going to be at United for a long time, few years. After those few years, are you trying to tell me that one of those 3 players are not going to be top from learning from this guy's experience?
Greenwood. In terms of long-term planning, Greenwood has to be our number 9 feature. Like, we have to prepare him for that.
Definitely.
We have to, yeah. We can't be wasting him on the wing like Rashford is right now. Like, because when Rashford came through, the guy was ice cold. He was a killer. Yeah. Yes.
So for
do
me,
you think we need to buy another striker, or do you think like Greenwood is going to be ready to take that place straight away and be like, okay, I'm going to hold it down for you, man. I need you to league title.
So obviously, as you guys know, Cavani signed a contract until this summer. So until the end of this season. So I think the way the club have seen him so far and the impact that he's had, they're definitely going to offer him a new contract for him to stay another year. So by that point, he's going to be 34, 35 years old. So then he'll be ready to move on. So if you're asking me, will Greenwood be ready to take over the number 9 role that by the end of next season? I don't think he's going to be 100% ready. But that's where someone like Anthony Martial comes in, where I think like in terms of what he's good at is when he's running at people. So maybe you would use him like sometimes for the wing, the left wing. But I just like the way he holds up the ball, the way he looks after the ball. Like he's so calm, and defenders find it hard to take off him. That's why sometimes I prefer him to play on the left. I mean, as the number 9 instead of Rashford, because Rashford is easy to take off the ball. He's not as hard on the ball as Martial is. So in terms of the long-term plan, Greenwood definitely, but until then, use Martial or Rashford in there. We'll get by, or maybe by someone else.
I agree with you. I think Martial, because of the numbers that he produced last year and over the years that he's obviously been at United, He deserves some more time. Obviously, he's going through a different form now. He's definitely a confidence player. So I know something's going on in the back end that we don't know what's going on. But he's a confidence man. I think let him just get through this period that he's
That's not
going
an excuse, though, isn't it? Like, that's not an excuse. I don't care what's going on in the background. I don't care if you're having a baby or something like that. You come on the pitch and play for man.
about.
If you're not on it, don't be on the pitch, man. Like, we are truly like. I see. Listen, okay, listen. You know, yeah. When it comes to Martial, yeah, let's be real. As a fan base, here, we baby this guy too much. Do you
That's
remember
so
when man
true.
used to be
That is so
screwing,
true.
like on the pitch and that? Do you
He's
know
not
what I mean?
wrong. You're
And
not wrong.
everyone will be like, oh, why is Martial not smiling when he scores a goal? Because Mourinho's not playing my man. Come on, are you mad? You're getting paid peas to play for Manchester United. You should be laughing, fam.
Yeah.
You should be running up on the pitch and be like, yo, man's here and that. And then obviously Mourinho left, Martial came out and he scored 20 goals. Then they gave it like, yeah, Martial is the best and that. What has he given us back this season? Nothing, fam. And then we're all making excuses for him saying, yeah, there's something happening in the back. I don't want to hear that. Because if we're going to win something, I need you to give man at least 20 goals every season. I don't want you to show up because Cavani is there and you feel like, oh, why are they signing Cavani? I just scored 20 goals. Prove that. You feel me? Prove it to man. Don't be like, why are they signing this?
Arjuna,
Don't be a crybaby, fam.
Arjuna, let me ask you something then, yeah? Because I know you, yeah, because we played ball together, man. So I know how your mindset is, man. So when a club signs a player, don't you think, yeah? For example, don't you think the inner competitor in you thinks, you know what? I've got to step up. This is a challenge. Let me live up to this challenge. Let me prove to people why I should be starting. Don't you think that right now we need to be seeing that inner fire for Martial now? We need to be seeing that, man. I agree with you. I wanna be seeing that at the moment.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting mad, isn't it? You feel me? That's why I'm getting mad because I just don't see that for him. Do you feel me? Like, and that's what I'm saying. I blame Pogba. Pogba is the main guy, and that's what that lets this guy get away with leeway. And I feel like, yeah, you know what? It's okay to not turn up here and there. Like Pogba is like, oh yeah, I don't like being on the bench. Play well then, my guy. Yeah, don't cost us games then, my guy. Obviously, you're playing good now because you want to leave United, which is fine, isn't it? But the whole time he was here, you was mad inconsistent. You're not world class if you're inconsistent. Do you understand what I mean? You can't show up to your job. If I did that my job, I would get fired, fam. You feel me? Everyone right here, we all pay to watch BT or stream illegally or whatever way you do it. We go through stress to watch these, man, fam. Do you understand what I mean? And they for them to just be like, oh, I'm gonna turn up today and play with your emotions because you're going to be angry, but I'm still gonna go to my mansion and sit down with my beautiful babes. You know what I mean? Pina colada, doing your tin, like, well, come out here, man.
This is what Danya is saying. Nowadays,
TikTok.
This is what Danya is saying. Nowadays, players play for money, not passion. For any particular club, even Messi wants to leave Barcelona. Ain't that a butter, bitch? Ain't that a Messi wants to leave Barca?
No, but with Messi, you can understand. He's like, for Messi, he's done as much for the club as much as they've done for him.
He's getting paid peas. He's getting paid so much money to play in his dream club. Bro, if you want to leave at that point, yes, okay, fine, go and leave. But at that point, if they're still wanting you to stay, just stay to play hard. You know what I'm saying? This is where your passion is at.
Bupe, think about it, yeah?
I haven't watched Barcelona.
If he's achieved, think about what Messi's achieved in his career for Barcelona. He's reached that ceiling now. I think
champions don't finish, bro. Champions keep going until the dying day, till the back breaks, bro.
Are you trying to say like, at Barcelona he's achieved everything? He's won the
100% because Ronaldo's better than Messi, so that's a Messi's flaw.
Yeah, that's a conversation for another.
You already know this, man. You already know this.
I feel like he got set up by Abdul
all day.
Anyway, Anyway, so
All right,
let's
all right.
move
Let's
on to the
bring it
next
back to
question.
Man United. Yeah.
Let me bring you on to the next question. Yeah, because the next one was going to be Totti as well, and that's going to a different avenue. Let's go back to. But thank you, Daniel, for the question. In my opinion, the last player who
What
played for
about Gerrard?
love and
Gerrard
passion is
played for.
Totti.
We played for the club.
Yeah, Gerrard played for the club.
Rooney.
Gerrard, Rooney,
To a certain point.
Totti, Del Piero.
Lampard.
Yeah.
Lampard. That man did the thing for the club as well.
Lampard coached for the club, and he still got flipping cut.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay, cool. So next question is: are we title contenders? Do you guys think still?
After the loss to Sheffield and the draw yesterday, no, I don't think we are, man. Personally, Man City, they're looking too good. If I'm honest with you guys, like their confidence is just skyrocket at the moment. So I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we're not title contenders, but obviously, yeah, it's mad.
Yeah. For me personally, like I've been saying this, like you guys know in the group chat, I've been saying it. Even like after all the games that we've been winning, away to Burnley, to Fulham, all of these games that we've won, even when we beat Leeds United, I've been saying to you, this team is nowhere near ready to win a Premier League title. But I want to wait until March to see if we are in the challenge to win it. Like even right now, for me, it's all about getting the top four. Like I'm looking who's behind me. I'm looking at Chelsea. I'm looking at Arsenal. I'm looking at Leicester City. Just even West Ham. I'm thinking like, don't overtake us because this season there's something that's been going on. Yeah, it's the curse of who goes first. Yeah, Chelsea they go first. What happens? They lose their manager. A run of like so many losses, so many defeats, so many draws. Tottenham they try and like be first. They lose to Liverpool, and then their whole season is collapsing right now. And we test the first place. We went away to Liverpool, we didn't lose. We went away to Arsenal, we didn't lose. But what I was afraid was like as soon as we get to the first place, then the same thing is gonna happen to us that happened to Chelsea and Tottenham. Thankfully, it didn't happen to us. We played 6 games since we went away to Burnley. We've won only 2 games, but we've drawn 3 and lost 1 to Sheffield United. So as long as we end, like for example, now the next 2 games is West Brom and Newcastle. Yeah, if we win the next 2, that's February done. Then you got March to worry about. Then the bigger games start, and then we have to go away to Arsenal, to Chelsea, City, Tottenham, all of these big games. Yeah, but I want to see how we do the next few games. We got the FA Cup as well on Tuesday. So United right now, for me, they're not ready to win the Premier League title, and they're not title contenders. But I want to wait and see until March. Let's just see where we are, because City also have big games coming up, so they might slip up. You never know.
Wait, why is that, Abdi?
Yeah.
Why do you think that we're not title contenders?
Bro, it's a simple answer, yeah, and I'll tell you why. Just look at this team. Just look at this team, yeah. At the start of the season, we were in a habit of not turning up for games in the first half and just always managing to come back through just sheer luck or through sheer force, whatever you want to call it, mentality, all of that. It's all fine. But I've been saying it. The mentality of a championship winning team is they turn up from the first minute and they're ready to go. And if anything happens, then they can come back into the game. That's what we used to do with Alex Ferguson. We had a dominating midfield that would dominate the games. Right now, Fred and McTominay, their game, and even Matic, is not to dominate the game. It's to stop the opposition from attacking us. And until we have that CDM, that Michael Carrick version in our midfield, that raw kid who will go box to box, who can dominate the game, who can stay disciplined. Yes.
Sorry, can I cut you off there? Yeah, I don't agree with that point though. You see that point you said that we play to disrupt the team and not dominate the game.
Yeah,
I think that changed the season. Yeah, and the reason why I think that changed is from the moment Maguire and Bailly started playing together. Yeah, we dominated teams. Yeah. We've been on the forefront, and I think what cost us yesterday, yeah, is we tried to do the same thing for Maguire and Lindelof, and it wouldn't pay off because they're just not quick enough. So if you see when we played against, I was so happy with the way we played against Everton yesterday because we didn't go there to be like we scored 1 goal. Because you looked at us last season when we scored a goal, we didn't know whether like we wanted to go for the second goal or maybe we should defend this goal. Do you understand what I mean? This season, yeah, when we went to Everton, we went there to be like, we are better than you. We are going to dominate you and smash issue. And that's why I think when Pogba got injured, that's what affected us a little bit, because Pogba had the ability to hold the ball
But
in
also,
the midfield. Do you understand what I mean? And
but
not play.
let me finish here. Basically, what I was trying to say was that is just one of the reasons why I think this team is not ready yet. I agree with you. We have been dominating games since Burnley, Sheffield United, even at home. Yeah, we lost that game, but we still dominated. Arsenal, we dominated that game in the second half. Liverpool, the same way. But my problem with this team is they don't have that quality midfielder, first of all. That's just one problem. The second problem is, I mentioned it at the top of the show when I was saying that they cannot defend to save their lives from free kicks or corners. Bruv, if you cannot defend from corners or free kicks, you're not winning anything. Forget the Premier League. You're not even winning the League Cup. You have to be able to defend from corners. I don't know what they spend the whole week coaching them. Obviously, we're improving, but
I
yeah.
don't know. Yeah, we're improving. But if you look at the coaching stuff as well, like if there's a way of like improving our team without firing Ole, is to hire a defensive coach. Because when I look at the staff, I just
There
don't
you go.
see Wood. It's there coaching them defensively. Do you understand what I mean? Like Ole's a striker, Carrick is a midfielder. Like I don't know what the other guy does.
Phelan is
He's
a
just been
midfielder as well.
Mike Phelan, exactly. So like they're all like attacking wise, but defensively. But then again, we were so good defensively last year. Like, what happened then? What was going on that we was very good? But I think it's because we was playing negatively. Do you understand what I mean? Like, we had Fred that got sitting in front of the defense, making sure we had a back six more like. Do you understand what I mean? And just said everyone to go forward. I don't know, man. I don't know. Every time I look at the team, I think we can get Sancho. I think we can get CDM, and I think we can get a better centre back. And I think we need to get another dimension of a right back for Wan-Bissaka. He is improving, but I feel like on that right hand side, there's just something missing. See, everything comes from the left, but on the right, like when he gets to the right, it gets recycled again to the left. Do you understand what I mean? But Wan-Bissaka's been improving in the last couple of games. He's been doing his job.
Question, Junior. Then, so
Trey, what do you think?
What about us being title contenders? Honestly, if I'm keeping it 100, I'm not even looking at that title of us being title contenders, if I'm honest with you. I'm more, with me, I take each game as they come. We've got to tackle each game as they come. No,
listen, I'm going to disagree. Sorry, I'm not giving my opinion. We are in the title race. United fans here, we are trying so hard to tiptoe around it and be like, we're not.
You know what I mean? Why are we being honest? Like, let's talk about this.
We're in a title race, 100%. If we play ourselves out of the position, we play ourselves out of the position. But right now, we're in a title race.
No, there is a difference between being a title race. No, there is a difference between being a title race and being a favorite to win it.
Ready.
Yeah, so Man United, yes, they are in the title race, but so are Leicester City. So are obviously still whoever that's close to City, United, Liverpool. Like they're all in the title race. Anybody can win it. That is that sort of a season, but we're not favorites to win it. That's the point that I was trying to make.
Yeah, we're not favorites.
You can't get onto me. I just said that right now, fam. What are you talking about? So what does that mean? Like what? You lot are moving like City are invincible. They can't lose a game, or someone can't get injured, or nothing can't happen to them, or Ruben Dias can't get injured, or John Stones can't just be shit again. Bruv, listen, everything can happen, innit? Until you look at the table and we can't win the title, we're not in the title race. Up until the last game of the season, if we're still close, we can win a title. When Leicester won the title, everyone was like, oh yeah, they couldn't do it. Yeah, they're going to fall off at one point. I didn't believe. Like, I think it was a mistake. Ole coming out saying yesterday, oh, these guys are not ready for the title. If you're a manager that eventually want to win a title, this is the point.
That was my setup question.
This is the point where you push it to your team and be like, listen, boys, yeah? Like, if you look at the team, we haven't been in that kind of race before. Do you understand what I mean? Where we are actually pushing ourselves. Do you understand what I mean? So this is the point that Ole goes to them, like, yo, listen, I know we might not finish with the title, but we are pushing to the end, because next year, that's what our aim is. There's no excuse, no nothing like that. You feel me? That's
why, Junior, yeah? Look, that's why I'm saying, me personally, the way I would tackle this league is I'm talking to the boys. I'm saying, look, let's not look at the table. Let's focus on each game. Next game, next game, next game. Let's perform for the next game. Let's attack the issues that we're going through, and let's perform to the next game. And then when it's coming up to the business end of the season, we look at the table. We see, okay, how far we are from the top. We could then see if we are title contenders. So it goes back to what Abs is saying about let's see around March time to see if we can really push. But at the moment, if you're gonna ask me for title contenders, look at the table. We're title contenders, definitely.
Yeah, but are we ready to be title contenders?
Trey,
I don't think
then
so.
why did
yeah.
why wait,
so.
hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. All right, so if we are actually title contenders, why did Oli lie to us?
If I can just answer that question, Oli, this guy, he's won the Premier League as a player. He has played under the most competitive manager there is, yeah. So there is a fire in him, and he wants to win the Premier League. But what he did, I actually like it, and I'll tell you why I like it, yeah. It's just so that he can take the pressure of the players, yeah. Exactly. Because these guys, yeah, let's be honest, these guys, none of them have won the Premier League title. None of these guys. They don't know what it's like to be in a title race. And the challenge and the pressure that comes from the media, from the fans, the expectations, all of that, he's trying to take it all away. But I will tell you, I know, no, I'm in the Premier League. Premier League title. It's different.
2 minutes
it's
to think
different.
about that.
It's different.
It's the Premier League.
I didn't hear that.
Title spill. Regardless, mate.
Right.
Yeah, if I can just finish that, yeah. Basically, he's trying to take the pressure. That's all it is, yeah, from these guys. But I'm telling you, like Oli, he will be telling these guys, you've let yourselves down. You've let the club down. All of that. He'll be telling them. But he's not like Mourinho. He's not going to throw them under the bus. He is honestly, sometimes he's too nice. But I like him because for this generation of the players, they're too sensitive. They don't like criticism. So he's perfect for this generation. That's why I would say. But yeah.
Yeah, obviously. I can't say I'm not too sure. And I don't know how many points we was behind City when we finished second that year, innit? But
15 points.
Minutes, so yeah. If we're within 6 points to 8 points of City, then we're not the best of the rest, innit? If it's anything more than 10 points, then yeah, I will consider us, if we finish second, best of the rest, innit? Do you understand? But that's it. Let's say you're Arsenal fan. Why are you watching the United podcast?
No, I like that. It's a good question. It's a good question, though.
Make sure. Sorry, but make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We just had Liverpool boys, nice, the Man United boys. This discussion has been a long time coming. But yeah, let's move on to the next question. Okay, cool. So, is Matic, Pogba, Fred, McTominay, Rashford, and Martial better than Van der Beek?
Okay, why is Rashford and Martial in there?
Midfield, lad. Midfield. Let's just put them in the midfield because if the Martial, hold on a second. Hey, neither does Pogba. But Pogba has been playing on the right wing recently, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, let's take Rashford and Martial then out. Yeah, okay. Matic, Pogba, Fred, and McTominay. Are they better than Van der Beek?
Wait, you can put Rashford and Martial in there because they can play on the right, and they do play on the right for us sometimes.
Mata plays on the right at the end of the day.
100%.
So at the end of the day, Van der Beek, in my opinion, I think Van der Beek can play that position.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's where Ole is made a mistake this season, not trying him out on the right, because I think when Greenwood plays on the right, he just wants to like cut in, do a couple step overs, cut in or shoot, or like try to draw them like he's cutting in and then shoot to the net post. That's the only two ways he goes, isn't it? With Van der Beek, I feel like if he's on the right, he can actually look up on whipping the ball a bit more or create chances for the strikers instead of trying to score a goal himself. But Ole played him, so I don't know. I can't defend him too much. Do you understand what I mean? He's not better than Pogba. Do you understand what I mean? He's not better than Pogba. I wouldn't say he's better than Scott neither or Fred because Scott has been scoring goals for us. So, like, I might. Are you saying if you put Van der Beek in a team, he's going to score more goals than Fred this season? It's debatable. I'm not sure. You haven't seen him playing it. Like, is he going to do the job that Fred does for us? Nah. Fred is just the main guy in that team right now. That
Wait, Junior, have you ever watched Van der Beek?
Yeah. He's a classy player, innit? But I just, in terms of like, how does he fit into our team? I don't know, bro. Like, he's not what we. Is he going to take Bruno out of the position, or is he going to be better than Sancho? Do you understand what I mean? And is he going to be better than the real CDM midfielder that we want to buy? I don't know, bro. Like,
So
I don't still know, innit?
no, can
I
I
don't
can
know,
I
bro.
just talk? Can I just talk about this? Yeah. So Van der Beek, yeah. So the way you answered your question, if you said to me, is he better than Matic? Is he better than Fred or McTominay? The simple answer is yes. He is better than all three of them. Yeah. But I wouldn't use him by himself with Pogba and Bruno Fernandes in the midfield. You see what I mean? Yeah. Because
No,
he
you
doesn't
wouldn't.
do. No,
No,
you
you
can't
wouldn't.
use him.
No.
But you know what you can do? You know what you can do? You can use Van der Beek and Fred, Van der Beek and McTominay, Van der Beek. No, you can't use him with Pogba as well. But there is a background story to the Van der Beek thing and everything that's happening this season. Obviously, Oli, he made it clear to him. He said to him, "You're not gonna play every single game this season." So the club, the way they see
Not
him
gonna
is
play every game.
okay. But also, you have to remember. No, you have to remember something. Yeah. Okay. Honestly, I want to see Van der Beek play as much as possible. Yeah. Like I'm frustrated by the situation as well because his brain ticks like so much better than all of these guys. He knows what's gonna happen even before the ball comes to him, and I like that in a midfielder. But there is a problem with him, which is that he came from the Dutch league. The Dutch league is a lot slower in terms of pace-wise than the Premier League. He's not ready to play every single game.
He ain't got the legs.
He hasn't got the legs, but give him time, and we're gonna see more of him. And we have to because at the end of the day, he's better than Fred or McTominay. You know, as an individual, he's better than all three of them.
Potentially, he's better than them.
No,
But
he's better right now. He's better right now. I would say that 100% because the guy played in the Champions League semi-final. He played for Ajax, Real Madrid. But the Premier League is a different pace. Even Pogba is struggling sometimes. You've seen how he's like. It's a different pace.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's my whole point. Like, the system doesn't really fit his football, so you can't say if you take him and put him into that system right now, he's better than Fred.
No,
I'm not
you
talking
can.
just as players. I'm talking as in our system for United. I just don't know.
No,
if
you can
Van der Beek
use
is ready
him.
to take that place, isn't it?
No, you can use him as long as you've got either McTominay or Fred in there with him, and then they will help him.
Okay. Then are you gonna
Fact
go Pogba
is-
for him? That's
fact
what you're
is-
saying.
No.
Let me say this. Let me
It's a
say
question.
this.
It's a question anyway. So I'm just basically adding on to what I'm saying. At the end of the day, Van der Beek can play partnered. Obviously, he can't play partnered with Pogba and then Bruno because there's the defensive side of things is not sorted out in that aspect. But you can Van der Beek. Question is, why is Van der Beek not being playing?
All right.
Go on,
Let me
Trey.
answer that question. Yeah? Let me answer that question. So, think of the great teams in the past. Yeah. So, what have they had in their squads? Just think about squad depth, for example. For me, you got to think about the amount of games we've got this season. Yeah. So, for example, now Pogba's injured. So, what does Pogba being injured mean for Van der Beek? He's got an opportunity now to shine, to show that he should be starting. Footballers right now, they've got the best job in the world because now, even though he's not been playing, the press, the fans like us are thinking, why is he not playing? Is he good enough or not? He's got a chance to go on the pitch the next time he plays and to show why Oli should be playing him. He's got the ability. We've seen what he can do at Ajax. He's got the footballing brain. I just feel that when he gets his chance, he needs to give a little bit more to give Oli a headache and get him starting. And now with Pogba being injured, we're going to see him playing a lot more now. in my opinion.
Yeah, but Trey, this is what I'm saying. This is very unfair because at the end of the day, you need to play. You need to have some game time so that you develop, partnerships with certain
100%.
people. Like how I'm playing with you. You know how I'm playing with you. I play with him differently, but the psychology I have with him makes me and you. How we play with each other. I have that in actual game time. I not in practice where we like, oh yeah, we practice. Where I'm talking about game time. I actually have this with you, this connection. Now, when he comes on to try and give headache to the manager and he doesn't perform, whose fault is it? Is it like, oh, Van der Beek didn't take his chance?
No.
Because at the end of the day, you haven't given me enough rolling time for me to happen. Why?
Yeah, and just to add to that point, Bupe, yeah, you can't judge Van den Beek if he doesn't play well for United because, like Bupe said,
100.
he hasn't got enough game time. Innit? So if he comes in and he's not up to
Tuanzebe
scratch,
came on.
yeah. You see, on that Tuanzebe note, yeah, I think he's so bad for him right now. He has to go on loan. He can't just walk back into that team again because he's made two big mistakes. Like, and just with the fan base,
it's going to.
like, it's just. Like he has to go on loan, work himself back, and get into that team.
Yeah. The thing with Tuanzebe is, like, as a centre half, yeah, especially if you're a young centre half, every mistake that you make, it gets the cost is higher than if you're a young striker like Greenwood. When you miss a chance, you can miss 3 chances and you score 1 chance, and everybody will see you as a hero. But Tuanzebe at the moment, he needs to play games. You've seen this guy what he did when he went to Aston Villa. He went there. And he got them promoted. The Championship is a hard league to play in, and he did very well. I believe in Axel Tuanzebe. We have to give him more chances. And if it was up to me, I would play him every single game. But he's not getting enough chances, bro. He's not getting enough chances. Yeah. Look here, he had the game of his life here against. I was saying this in the group chat against PSG. He kept Mbappe and Neymar quiet. What happened the next game after that? What happened the game after that? He doesn't play until we're playing against the Turkish team. Come on, man. You can't do that. You can't do that, man. You have to give him more chances.
I agree with you.
Yeah. And obviously, I don't like any of the racial abuses that he's getting at the moment.
100%.
No, definitely. We can take that out.
That's appalling. That's appalling.
Yeah.
Even if it was a rival club, no one is supposed to be getting that.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
you can find that slum football, innit?
You've been like a Congolese as well, like just seeing the amount of abuse that he's getting online. I'm just thinking, like, this guy, he's come through the system, like he's been at United since the beginning.
Yeah.
Like
he's a United fan, he's a United boy.
Different levels, and then obviously he's made a few mistakes. Cool, but don't be abusing him online like that, man. Saying that go back to Congo and all these.
100.
Come on now. I respect him still, man. I got his back regardless.
I got love for Axel, man. Axel's a bad boy still. Like, by the end of the day, like, I don't know, man. You're gonna be judged on what you do on the pitch, innit? You understand what I mean? And obviously, the racism, that's not allowed, and he shouldn't face that. But apart from that, he still made me angry, and I still feel like he could have done a bit better, innit? So yeah, just on the football fact.
Also, I have to say this, man. Like, obviously, this is not only United fans. We see this across all platforms. Like, every single fan out there. Every single club out there, they have fans that are abusing their players. But with Man United, and there's other certain clubs that I don't want to mention at the moment. But since this is Man United, discussion, I want to talk about our own fans and the way we criticize players on social media, like Smalley, Jones, Lingard, Ashley Young, Anthony Martial, Rashford. It's not even like a normal criticism. It is like, it's absolutely disgusting. The way, like, Lingard, look at him now, yeah? The way we used to, like, every time he posts something on social media, even if he did something wrong, even if you don't agree with what he's doing, or the way he's handled his injury situation, whatever that's going on with his performances, you can't go around abusing players online. We are losing too many players because of this. Yeah. Like, this is getting out of control now. Like, there has to be something done about social media, but yeah, maybe this is a discussion for another day.
I think that culture is changing still. See, all of that culture of Lingard and that was the era of when Pogba got signed and we had that big advert or commercial for him, and then we was all like, and then obviously when you see all of these things here, and then on the pitch they're not performing, it's frustrating. It's infuriating. You're mad. You're angry. You're like, you know what, like. Okay, like how are you lot dancing and doing J Lings and dropping a tracksuit or a little clothing brand, but you're on the pitch, you're not playing well, innit? Like you're gonna have to
But
give and take, innit? You feel me? Like
yeah,
J
Junior,
Lings, yeah. Go on, bro.
yeah, no, you're right. That is changing now in terms of obviously the social media abuse that the players are getting. But why do you think that's obviously changing now? It's because there's been a change of culture within the club. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is changing the mentality of the players. You're no longer seeing what we used to see before. But at the same time, we have to stop this. Like this social media abuse. It needs to stop. No matter what the players are doing, even if you don't agree with it, this needs to stop.
Okay, cool, guys. All right, cool. We can bring out the flags. We can bring out the plane. Everything. We're on the same page. It all should stop. At the end of the day, let's just finish it. Let's just wrap up to actually what we're talking about here, because I still want to know more of what you guys think about Oli, because I'm on the fence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not on the fence. I'm about to jump on it. Like,
Come on,
because
man.
at this
Come on.
100%, because
Come on, man.
Listen. Wait, hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish, Trey. Let me finish.
Let me ask you side quickly before you say your statement, yeah?
Yeah.
How long did Klopp have? How long did Klopp have when he joined Liverpool?
Don't compare a manager to another manager, yeah? Because at the end of the day, hold on a second. Hold on.
No.
At the end of the day, another manager can come in and make an immediate impact. Yeah, that's just how that goes. But let's put it this way. Fine. What's the name? Junior is right. Yeah, the culture has changed inside the dressing room. It's like we had substitute teachers this whole time, and the whole class. You know, when you got substitute teachers, you don't give a damn. You just like you stop playing on and playing, and then it's back. And then that's when you guys are acting normal. So the teacher is here. The normal person that actually knows the club with heart is here. That's I can't take that away from Oli. He's doing this 100% for the club. I'm just questionable about certain decisions that everyone notices. Everyone notices. Like, why is it that you're doing substitutes when you've got 3 substitutes? You're doing them 5 minutes left, and you're practically on the back foot at this present moment. 5 minutes, and not only that, you're not bringing Van der Beek on. You have more chance of bringing. Why didn't he, for example? Why didn't he bring his tactics as well? Why didn't you just drop McTominay back and bring Matic on and control the midfield in all aspects? Why go back 5 completely? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much things to question here. Like, aren't you seeing it?
I think it's a learning thing, though. He's not. Obviously, he's had a lot of experience in different places he's gone to, but the quality of players we have now, I don't think he really managed that type of quality, if you know what I'm saying.
If I can just answer Booker's question, yeah. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and what he's doing right now, is he doing better than Jose Mourinho did? Jose Mourinho, who has won so many trophies,
100%.
took this club down with him, yeah, because they didn't sign him a centre back that he wanted. I've been saying for a long time that we should have backed Mourinho, we should have backed Van Gaal. All of these guys, they should have had more time because they're serial winners. They've won trophies everywhere they've been. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer walked into a culture that is one of basically disgusting culture, toxic environment, players wanting to leave, no one caring about the club, the manager being unhappy. Bruv, he didn't even buy a house in Manchester. The guy was staying in a hotel for 2.5 years. He was ready to leave any second, yeah? But at the end of the day, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer walks into that mess and he sorts it out completely. Even the way we buy players, everything is changed now by the club, yeah. And the way we approach games, the players are wearing ties, the simple things that United used to do under Alex Ferguson. And this is a club that was under one manager for 27 years. 27 years to go away from that tradition to then go to Van Gaal, to go to Mourinho. It's a different culture. It takes a long time to adjust to that. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is someone who worked under Alex Ferguson. Yeah, he worked under Alex Ferguson, and now he's laid the foundation. He's laying the foundation for maybe the next manager to come in, or maybe for him to be successful. We don't know if he's gonna win as the Premier League title, but listen, bro, you guys remember last season where we were, yeah, against Burnley when we lost 2-0 at home. It was disgusting where we were before Bruno Fernandes came in, and now look where we are. I would rather be where we are than seeing Arsenal and the mess that they're going through. So I'm happy with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and everything that he's done so far. And remember, this is his only second full season with us. That's it, his second full season. There's still a long way to go, and I can't complain about him, man.
You know what?
Can't complain.
I'm with you. Honestly, as United fans, you can't have complaints at this point, man. Just think about how it was like when Mourinho. Think about Mourinho's last season.
That's true. Yeah.
Brought the club down. The fact that, remember that interview he did after the Seville game? Do you remember that interview he did after the Seville
what did he say in that game? There's another interview that I remember, but not that one.
I'm more successful than Man United has been since.
Oh, you mean Mourinho? Yes.
Oh,
yeah. When he was saying football heritage.
Exactly. So for me, my guy's just been here for coming up to 2 years. Let the man continue his job. We support him. Obviously, he's not perfect, we can see, but there's things that we can see that is an improvement from where we were to where we are now. Our target this season, and I'm gonna go back to it again. Our target this season is top 4, Champions League qualification, and a trophy. If we could achieve that this season, then for me that represents progress, and we can use that foundation, like what Junior's saying, and we can use that for next season and build on maybe mountains.
Definitely, yeah.
I'm gonna add 2 pence in there, yeah. Can I just say, yeah, how old is Rashford and Martial? How old are they? Like
23 and
23 and 25, yeah.
24, 25.
Rashford is 23.
Who's 25? Who's 25?
Martial's 24.
Oh, go on.
Martial 25.
Yeah, 25. Yeah.
Cool. So, and that kind of thinking, I'll give Ole 2 more years, yeah, to the point where I feel like we can dibble and dabble and top 4 and, you know what I mean? But when they get to Rashford will be 27, Martial will be 27, Rashford will be 24 or 25, I think that's when there's no excuse of saying, you lot have had your time to develop, this is your time to shine, let's go, give us everything you got. But right now, Ole's doing the right job, man. There's nothing we can say about Ole.
Ole's got a 1 year in his contract anyway. He basically, by the end of this season, if this season goes past, and then he'll start next season, that's it. It's over. It's either you sign him then or just let him go. What would you do? Would you sign him?
I'll let the man finish.
I'll get a better manager. If you ask me that question, if his contract is coming up, yeah, and if there's a better manager to get there, I think I'll go for him because I currently think, I don't know in it, but I think if you have a better manager that has a complete system of way of playing football, they could get something better than Ole is getting right now. But in terms of, are they going to come and do the same job that Ole is doing, as in setting the foundation for Manchester United? That's questionable, isn't it? So it's a gamble. It's just a gamble, isn't it?
If I can just answer that question, the only way that I would give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a new contract when his current one ends is if he wins his trophy. Not the Premier League, if he wins the FA Cup or the League Cup, even the League Cup, because then you showed me that you are a winner as a manager. That's what you showed me. Then I'll give you a
minimum
contract.
FA Cup. I'll give FA Cup.
Minimum FA Cup. Yeah, this season,
Cup.
That's what I want to see from him. Yeah, but you have to remember
something. You can't even be choosy, bro. When is the last English Cup we've won? What is the last one?
Mourinho won it
Apart from
2017. Mourinho won
the
it.
FA Cup. The FA Cup, the
In
one, innit?
2017.
No,
Yeah, the FA Cup, innit?
no. The last trophy that we won was the Europa League in
League Cup.
2017.
No, but I meant the
2017.
English Cup. Like, I'm
The
not
League
talking
Cup.
Europa League.
Yeah, the League Cup was
League Cup.
2017. We won it with Mourinho.
Exactly, man. So if Mourinho can win that, why are we gonna say, oh, you can't expect that from Ole, man?
Yeah,
That's
but
good enough for me, innit? You feel me?
no,
Any
you have to
title
remember,
he
yeah.
gets is good enough.
No, with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, yeah, like look who he's up against. Bruv. He's up against Klopp and Pep Guardiola, who are serial winners. They've won the leagues everywhere. They have world-class players. The only world-class player that you can point to at this club, De Gea used to be for me. He's no longer world-class. Maguire is not a world-class defender. Pogba, he's a world-class. Sometimes he likes to show it. Sometimes he doesn't like to show it. Bruno is the
He's
only
not
one.
world-class, it's just like that.
Bruno is the only one who you can point to and say he's a world-class player. You look at Liverpool, they have so many world-class players. City, they have a world-class manager. That's what we're up against. But you know what you need to do? What you need to do is you need to be ready when Klopp leaves and when Pep leaves. If you're not ready by then to win the league, then
100%.
you're done. You're done. You need to be ready by then.
cool.
Never. Yeah.
All right, let's get close to it. Let's get close. Let's have find a few questions. So if you're Oli right now, at this present moment, what would you do or change as a manager? Like, let's just go one by one in yourself. How would you finish the season in this? In this, like, would you play Van der Beek more? Would you think to yourself, you know what? Let me drop Maguire. Let me partner up with someone else. Like, what would you actually think to do?
Who wants to go first?
So,
Okay, I don't mind going first. All right, so there's one thing that I'm gonna a couple of things. But the first thing that I'm going to do for the next game is drop De Gea. I'm gonna put De Gea on the bench, and I'm gonna put Dean Henderson in goal.
Definitely.
And honestly, the guy for me,
Definitely.
I'm done. I'm
Definitely.
done with De Gea. I'm done with him.
Abdi, sorry to cut you off here. That is not going to work. The only way that works is if Henderson is going to be the goalkeeper from now to the end of the season.
Okay,
If you
let me-
drop my man and then put him in like a couple games after, you just
That's
play
not
Van
what I
David,
mean.
man. He doesn't care. David
That's
doesn't
not
care.
what I mean. That's not what I mean. I mean that you play Dean Henderson. Listen to me, yeah, bruv. Permanently until Dean Henderson gets injured or De Gea shows his quality in the FA Cup or something like that, yeah. Bruv, I'm done with him. Do you know why I'm done with him? Yeah, is
I agree with that.
the guy doesn't come out for corners. Everybody's going on about blaming Maguire. Yes, you can blame him, but you have to come out. Come and collect the ball, man. Come on, it's that simple.
hands out.
Come and get the ball. Another thing is, we dropped Martial because he wasn't scoring enough goals. Cavani comes in, he starts scoring goals. Why can't you not do the same for the goalkeeper when you have a quality goalkeeper on the bench?
Man, say quality.
There's no reason.
You don't rate
Dean Henderson
Dean
is-
Henderson to be profit.
Huh?
You don't rate Dean Henderson.
Obviously, he had a good season at Sheffield, but let's this is the hair. He saved us through a whole lot of shit.
That's
This
true.
is the hair, bro.
There's only so much.
Listen.
Much you can be loyal to somebody, bro. The
listen,
last
listen.
season that he had, which was a great season, was 2017, bro. I cannot remember De Gea being good after that. He's been having a terrible
Bupe,
time.
yeah. Let's just kind of compare this to like basketball. You see that basketball, yeah. You could be like the main guy, yeah, and be saving them, and then tomorrow you can just wake up and you find out that you're playing for the next team.
Yeah.
No goodbyes, no nothing. You're just waking up. You're playing for LA Lakers tomorrow. We don't want you no more, fam. But at the end of the day, yeah, if David De Gea ain't doing it for us, I don't care what it is.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You won a Premier League with us. You saved us. We paid you the money you deserved. You wanted to fucking go to Real Madrid, and we said no and paid you some more. Yeah.
Exactly.
So if you're
Exactly.
not paying good enough for us,
Exactly.
and we're telling you like, yo, big man, stay on the bench for like
350,000
Hold on
pounds.
a second.
350,000
Come on,
pounds
man.
every single
Hold on a
week.
second. Let's be honest. The hair
done, man.
hasn't been that shit. Come on, blood. Are
Why do
we
you think
going?
we
Are
concede
He's
from
been bad.
corners and free
Last
kicks every
season was
game?
pretty bad for us.
we saying that the hair has been that shit?
What, this season?
No,
Bupe, he's
I'm
This season,
cost
saying
us games.
Like he
no,
hasn't
this
saved,
season,
he hasn't
Last
done
season
world
and
class
this
saves.
season, he's cost us games.
he
He's
hasn't been
cost
his
us
best.
games, yes, but he's made brilliant saves, as in world class saves that was like unbelievable saves.
Yesterday, Bupe, yeah. Let me ask you this. Yesterday,
Like when
did you not get the feeling yesterday, yeah, from just looking at De Gea, from his performances, his persona? Did you feel confident that he was confident? Let me ask you that question.
I'm not confident that Dean Henderson. Do you know who I've always been confident with?
No.
Romero.
Answer the question. Did you feel confident that De Gea was
Bruv, I
confident?
absolutely know.
In my opinion, yesterday, you see, for that goal that Everton scored yesterday, as a goalkeeper, normally in those situations, you're taking a man out, or you're making yourself big, and you're putting yourself out there. I think
Dean Henderson gets that ball for me. Dean
Bro,
Henderson
wait,
comes
wait,
and
wait.
collects it for me.
Why is everyone concentrating on the corner kicks? The first goal.
The first goal,
Corey,
thank
yeah?
you.
The first one. That's the one that's even more annoying. Like, bro, if you left that, no one was gonna score. And you decided
Exactly.
to come, and you're not pamming it out to danger. You're just pamming it
Yeah.
right to the path of. See that Corey,
Yeah.
he was running to the back post. As soon as he saw De Gea was gonna touch it,
Yeah.
he just curved his run right into front
Yeah.
of Luke Shaw and waited for the ball. Like,
Yes.
come on, bro. Like, you need to do better. The whole crossing thing, you can say Maguire, David De Gea, but that first goal,
The
that's the one
first
that's when
goal.
I saw that, I was like,
Yeah.
yep. I was like, yep, yeah, you know what? Something is in the waters today. Like, you know what? If we're not careful, it's going to be a draw or we might end up losing this. And look how quick they scored the second goal. Boom.
and
Straight away, they just
teams are
came there.
clocking it.
Second goal. They're clocking it because they can tell, like, one, Maguire and Lindelof, they're not confident. And they get past both of them. David De Gea's got a question to answer as well.
There goes my question. Are you saying that the manager is not seeing this and not bringing in Dean Henderson? And on top of that, the rest of the people that I'm complaining that he's not bringing in, like, yo, we can do better with Van der Beek on the pitch. Like, let's try. Have we not? Can we try? Like, this guy's a wavy player, you know.
Okay.
So if you're saying that about Dean Henderson, then I can really say that about Van der Beek. So it comes down to the coaching. So I'm ready on the fence,
Oh,
bro.
No.
BP, I feel like you're not giving him a fair chance, innit? Because at the end of the
Who?
day, yeah, you got look, Ole a fair chance because you got to think about it. My man is in his first big club, yeah, and in your first big club, you're faced with so many big challenges, like, bro.
And second season.
Okay, now I know Pogba might want to leave, yeah, but am I going to drop Pogba, yeah, and then play Van der Beek? If I drop Pogba and I play with Fred and McTominay, we already know what they can both do. But if Van der Beek flops, that's more pressure on myself. That's one, yeah. If I drop David De Gea, big goalkeeper for Manchester United, for Dean Henderson, if he flops, that's extra pressure on my head, fam. Do you understand me? So it's not just that easy to be like, you know what, I'm just gonna gamble this and put my man there, put this there. He has to do it. He has to have a method behind it. He has to have a reason to. And I feel like his hand has been forced to play Van der Beek now, innit? And then we just got to see what he can do. Because this guy, he's impressed me. I'm not going to lie. Each time I've got a question about him, and I think, yeah, my man is done, he's come back and answered the questions,
Yeah.
innit? So,
If I can,
but you
yeah,
can't
if I can
do
just
so
finish
much
it
worse.
about
believe in
the-
him, BP,
What
man.
you're saying,
You can't do so much. You can't do worse.
I think this
You
is
can't
gonna
do worse.
cause for him to play. Like,
you
now that-
can't do worse than what?
You
You can't do worse than what
than-
Ole is doing now.
You can't. No, you can't do worse than if you bring in Dean Henderson and he flops. That's a big flop because that's last line of defense compared to Van der Beek being in the middle where you can substitute him out. If by halftime you can sense that this is not working or the problem I kind of saw was coming is occurring, you can kind of take him out. He's not the last line of defense. Why are you not even experimenting with that? Or not even that. Last minute substitutions when you definitely know that I need someone who's technically gifted at playing football. Van der Beek is probably the best one of them lot. Why am I not playing him?
Yes, but you have to remember, Bupe, it's not just about this game. You have to look at the season context. If you're judging a manager, you need to look at his time in context. So At the moment, he's doing a better job for us than Mourinho did or Louis van Gaal did. Someone was asking in the comments section saying, has Ole been the best manager since Alex Ferguson left? I think the league table proves it. We have more points at this stage of the season than we've ever had since Alex Ferguson has left. So that proves to me that there is an improvement that he's doing. And the way the team is playing, every game is getting better. Now, the reason why I said I would drop the guy off, is because there is a pattern of Man United conceding goals from free kicks and corners. Dean Henderson, bruv, the guy is a warrior. He comes out and he collects that ball for me. He collects it. The guy he's gone backwards for me. So you remember when he does that, when he first came into this country, when he wouldn't come out for the crosses.
You
You remember how he was? He's gone backwards. You cannot be doing that. You're 29 years old. You're getting £350,000 a week. You have to be putting in your best performances. And like Junior said, that first goal, that just sums it up for me, man. He's done for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
So basically, you guys would choose to drop the hair. That's the main thing that you would do to change the team.
For the rest of the season, that's what I would do.
And play Batty a bit more. I'll play Batty more ahead of Lindelof.
Yeah.
Those are my two main changes.
Yeah.
If he wasn't
I
injured.
have to start for me, man.
Obviously, another thing that we have to be doing I don't know if they're doing this in the coaching sessions during the week, but they have to work on the corners and free kicks. We have to, you know what, to score against Man United, it has to be like the moment of your life. Like the moment of your life. Like it has to be so difficult. The way Sheffield United scored the second goal was too easy. For you to be conceding from corners is too easy. It's not hard work. Like you have to work hard to score against Man United. You have to deserve it. And right now, teams are just coming up, and it's easy to score against Man United from corners and free kicks. So that's one thing that I would improve. Another thing that I would do more is, like Bupe said, you want Van de Beek to play more. Yes, I want to see Mata playing more, bro. The guy can bring a lot more balance into this team. I understand if he doesn't start every game, but I would use him more. Mata.
But if you're saying that, I'm very surprised.
Done,
that's what I'm saying. If you're saying that, I really am surprised to see why there's not an uproar from Van der Beek. There is, but not as much as they should be.
No, because at the moment, the reason why I said that is because we don't have a balance on the right side. So Greenwood, his first thinking is, I want to score a goal. Whereas Mata, his first thought would be, I want to create a chance. You can't
Van der Beek as well.
Yeah, that's why Van der Beek should play there, isn't it?
Okay, this is not FIFA, guys. Come on. Van der Beek is not going to start on the right wing.
Bro, Van der Beek used
the
to play
Premier
there
League.
for Ajax.
Yeah,
That's a different pace. That's a different pace. The Premier League you can't be playing.
Oh my God.
Basically, if you're gonna play as a right winger, in the Premier League, you need to be putting a lot more performances in terms of pace. You need to be coming back and helping Wan-Bissaka. Greenwood is doing that. Okay, he's got the pace to do that. But Van der Beek, for me, he doesn't have the pace of doing that. Pogba has got the legs for it. No, Mata has the legs of the pace. No, Mata, the difference is he comes inside and he can help with the creativity. So you can get away with it.
And the Beek can do that.
I mean, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. I'm not against it, yeah. But I've seen Mata doing it for me. I haven't seen Van der Beek playing on the right wing and doing the thing for Man United. I haven't seen that yet. If I see it and he improves us, then I will agree with you guys. But I haven't seen him doing it for us yet.
How is he ever gonna choose? This is what I'm saying. I think you got a Oli mentality. Van der Beek is looking at you like, how am I ever gonna prove it to you if I don't play? Like how? And then Ollie's just like, listen, I don't know if you ever can do that job, so I can never find out. I mean, who would ever know? Like, what are we gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look, what I'm saying is,
the thing is, what you have to think about as well is like, it sort of goes back to my point before. Like, there's things that happen in a season where players get injured and stuff like that. You've got a lot of games. He's going to get opportunities to play. So those chances that he has to play, he needs to show exactly the potential that we obviously believe that he has. He needs to produce now. So now that Pogba's injured, it could be a blessing in disguise that we're going to start seeing him play. So
yes, but if he, let's just say, Trey, if he gets that chance to play and he plays like he doesn't connect properly, who are you blaming it on?
No, but what I'm trying to say is you can't just do that based on one game. Like at the end of the day, you're a professional footballer. You've got the platform. Play. When you get an opportunity to play, that's your chance to showcase what you can do. So when you do play, when you do start, perform. You have to have that mindset of when I get the chance to play or when I get an opportunity, I might not get another chance from Oli. So I need to prove I need to start producing now. So
Bruv,
I'm gonna take it to
Twanzembe
because
pocketed Mbappe. Twanzembe pocketed Axel pocketed Mbappe and Neymar. Pocketed.
Yes. I think
Like
he should
fully.
be playing. Honestly,
Yes,
I
fully.
think
Then why is he not? Why is he
Listen,
not?
listen.
No, what?
Bupe. Hold on, guys. I heard what Bupe is saying. Yeah, Ole is not perfect. He's got some flaws. Yeah, his flaws is one, he doesn't make the sub on time. Two, he doesn't give like new players that play well. He doesn't give them the run of games that they deserve. Yeah, and that's a fact. Van Zebby deserves to play a couple more games than he has, but he deserves not to get dropped because he hasn't played one bad game since he's played for us this season. I think Van der Beek has not got a fair crack of the whip. That's just, in all honesty, that's just the truth, isn't it? And Bupe is right. He has every right to question him.
Why is this? Why? And
Yeah,
every time you say
and I
this,
don't even have the answer for that. Do you understand?
yeah, exactly. That's exactly. Now you see. Well, you know what, Junior. Thank you. You finally said it. Everyone doesn't have the answer because it keeps. I've noticed people are trying to. That's why I keep telling you. You're doing this matrix thing.
No, but
if you don't have the answer,
the thing is, Bupe, yeah. Sorry to cut you off. The thing is, I'm thinking about it as someone that plays football, like, or someone that I know that you don't really get an opportunity to play. So when you do have that opportunity in life to produce the goods, you have to produce the goods. Like you need to stop those whole excuses about I'm not getting enough chances or I'm not really playing that much. No, when you get a chance, produce, perform. Because there's no time. There's no time to be
when Fred came in. When Fred came in, it took time for him to. It took time before the Kante versus Fred talks came out.
It took a whole season for
You
Fred
know what
to
I
settle
mean?
in.
Listen, Luke
And now
Shaw.
this is
Luke Shaw.
And what is
That's
the
another
difference
player that when
between?
he first started with us, he had a very good start. Then he went down, and we stuck with him. And look at it. Look at the season he's having for us this year.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to give players the ability to.
No,
So
Now Van der
basically
Beek is like
with
literally
Oli,
with Van der Beek is like cutthroat. When you the way you're saying it is when your time comes. Hello, can you hear me?
yeah.
Yeah.
Your voice kind of a bit.
Hello.
It's a bit. Yeah, you're frozen.
You're frozen though.
Hello.
That's a nice picture though.
Am I out?
The guys is about to get the DJ booth out.
My is it back?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. What was you saying, Bupe? You saying something?
I think he's gone again.
Yeah.
He's gone again. Frozen.
Everything is he's starting to hate. Even my internet, bruv. Even my internet is starting to dodge questions, lad.
Yeah. So
can you hear me?
If we can just continue, yeah. Can you hear
me? Yeah.
Am I alive now?
No.
Frozen.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, why is everything just shutting out, bruh?
We can still hear you though.
You can hear you.
Yeah.
You can still hear me.
Yeah.
Fine. I mean, I'll still talk. At the end of the day, the main thing that matters, man. You know what? Or what? If this thing is going to, boom, go back to old and trusty, blood. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, yeah. At the end of the day, if it's going to be cutthroat, as in come in, make sure you do your duty compared to the people that you've given a run of games and then you've stuck by them for them to come through. That would be unfair
No, but the thing is,
because
yeah?
also sorry,
Yeah, go on.
but also, as well because Axel has done brilliant and Linda is also kind of injured. Like, why is it that you're playing him over someone that done great against a and here we are. Like now, Lindelof, we can clearly see Lindelof and Maguire don't work together. They do not. Like it's not even like starting to experiment. You need to because it's a fact that they don't. Why?
Honestly,
I don't get it. Why?
bro,
Yeah,
the
literally,
Van der
like,
Beek situation, yeah. The Van der Beek situation is a simple one, man. He needs time to adjust, man. Obviously, Junior said it best. Sure, we stuck by him. He's obviously producing. Fred, we stuck by him. He's obviously been producing. He's coming from a different league. Holland, Dutch league is different to the Premier League, man. He's going to need time to adjust a bit. What I'm saying is not cutthroat. What I'm saying is now Pogba's injured. He's going to get chances. So when he does get those opportunities to play, start producing some good performances and consistent ones as well when he gets a run of games. So he could give Oli a headache and just be like, you know what, rah, I should have been playing this guy more because look at what he's doing now. He needs to be giving these managers headache. Do you know what I mean? At the moment,
Hold on.
if
Sorry
I can,
to cut you off
if I
there, yeah?
can just,
Hold on, Adi. There's one thing that we're missing out that I think no one has said as well, in it. Yeah. Do we actually think Ole is Van der Beek is the Ole sign? Do you think Ole wanted to sign him last season?
no,
No.
I
don't think so.
no, the way I see it is with Van der Beek signing is it wasn't his first priority. His first priority was to sign Jadon Sancho and a centre back. Obviously, they didn't get him that player. But when you're Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and you have Andres Pereira on the bench, and the other option is for you to be given Van der Beek, what are you gonna say? Are you gonna turn down Van der Beek?
Yeah,
Van der Beek is better. Van der Beek is a better option. No, Van der Beek is a better option than having Pereira. You guys remember how we finished the season last season, yeah? When we went out in the Europa League and we went out in the FA Cup to Chelsea, yeah? Bruno was knackered. He was tired. We didn't have any options to bring on from the bench.
I think
And even Pogba, whenever he got injured, we didn't have any replacements. So Van der Beek coming in, yeah? He's coming for two positions, number 10 and number 8. So he solves the Bruno problem. The Bruno problem if anything happens to him, and also if anything happens to Pogba. But the problem is, Fred and McTominay have been doing very well for us. Like they've actually been good, you know. So what do you do? Do you drop Bruno, or do you drop Fred or McTominay? What do you do? They're doing very well at the moment. But you know who's not doing well is De Gea. So it's easy to drop him because he's making too many mistakes.
That's dude said
No. It's easy to drop Fred or Scott because at the end of the day, it's a blessing to either both of them to play for Manchester United.
What I'm saying is a blessing. What I'm saying, how is Van der Beek for me is not? He's not my first priority. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. My first priority is the guy in the goal.
That's the reason why
the guy in the goal is making too many mistakes.
That is
who we should be focusing on. No. I'm not having this. I'm not having this about the defenders.
We should be focusing on the defenders.
It's the defensive structure. It's the defensive structure, guys. Come on. It's very easy to see this. The team, it's easy to cut through them. If you have a counter-attack, you can attack easily Man United. Individually, Wan-Bissaka and Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Shaw have been having very good seasons. Maguire has been having a good season. Lindelof has been okay. I'm not the biggest fan of his, but he's been okay. But as a collective, as a unit, there is a problem in this team, and De Gea is not doing well. But yeah, I don't know who wants to go next.
I agree. De Gea hasn't been doing well. For me, he's not confident. Like you mentioned, he's gone backwards. I remember when he first came to United, teams were targeting him during set pieces, corners, etc. He was very feeble, weak. And then it seemed like there was a period where became stronger, and then he was more confident. Now I just feel that with De Gea, he's not confident, and teams now are noticing this and they're targeting this as well, and always feel that. Don't you notice when there's a corner, what happens when De Gea is what happens around De Gea? Players go around him.
Yeah.
They know that if they put a ball in the box, they got a chance to score. We need to address that issue, man.
Coach left as well. I think his coach left as well. I think if you look into it as well, one of the goalkeeping coaches
The goalkeeper
of David
coach,
De
yeah.
Gea left United.
Yeah.
Yeah, and went to a different team. I think that's another area that we haven't actually looked at to like replace him and make him feel comfortable with the new coach that came in, because you need to understand they must have had a different way of doing things, and my man is gonna have his own way of doing things as well. So that's something that I think we need to improve on our coaching staffs as well. And that's a little
Yeah,
bit
I've got a
where
question
we
for
can.
Bupe,
Right.
innit? I've got a question for you, innit? You
Yeah.
let's say right now, at the start of this season, we had a different manager to Oli. Would he be doing that manager? Would he be doing as well as Oli is right now?
Depends.
Would he have
What
as
are we talking
in
about?
second place?
Klopp.
Let's say Pochettino or Tuchel, because they would have been available. Klopp is a Liverpool manager. Tuchel or
I don't think
Pochettino.
Pochettino probably have done. I don't think Pochettino have probably done as great as Oli. Pochettino is just another substitute manager, in my opinion. Like, you will get to a point where Oli has got to in this present moment. If it's Klopp or Pochettino, if it's Klopp or Pep, sky's the limit, bro. Like,
Okay.
you will get the very best out of these players.
Okay,
And
let's
you-
say
and you-
let's say it's Klopp or Pep, yeah, at the start of this season. Without let's say they were given the same praise that Oli was at the start of this season. Would they have this team where they are now? I don't think so.
if you're given what without Bruno,
Yeah, Bruno, but I mean at the start of this season, like Cavani and Van der Beek, and yeah, he's frozen again.
yeah, even
frozen,
yeah,
I think
and probably even
Pep-
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we having Cavani. What? Then you're also tossing Cavani as well to Pep. As in, you've given him Bruno, you've given him Cavani, you've given him
Yeah.
Pogba, you've given you've given
Yeah.
him Van der Beek as well.
Yeah.
To start off, bruv, yes,
maybe
he would.
No, maybe we don't know that for sure. But what I'm saying is the managers that were available in the summer, because you're obviously not happy. Yeah, you're not sure about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, innit? So the other
Right,
options that were available.
No.
Allegri-
Don't get wait. Listen. This is where I'm at. Yeah, this is where I'm at. I'm at. I'm supporting the team. I just died inside in Sheffield. That Sheffield game was that punch in the gut, not in the face. It was in the gut when I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, that was a good punch right there, and I'm good, like aired out at this present moment. I'm questioning my defense of how I got punched. That's where I'm at, because at the end of the day, the next game we won 9, not 9-1, 2 or 3, 9-0. How? And then the next game we go and lose 3-2 on the last second. How are we there? How are we that club like that? And it's so weird.
I got a
because-
question for you, VP. Wait, can I just say something? If you want to look at it from when Ferguson left here, we've never actually been in the point where we've been in a proper title race. We've had
Thank you,
stop gaps. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. So we went from last year, when we were so shit, and then we brought Bruno, and then Bruno came and transformed us, and we finished third and got to the Europa League final, and then we thought, okay, cool, we're there now. This year we didn't go into the thinking of we're going to challenge for the Premier League title. We went into the best intentions of this team, we want them to build upon what they started off last year. And I understand your frustration, the fact that you think we could be doing better than we're doing right now, and we're our own cause of our own misfortune. Do you understand what I mean? But at the same time, I don't think we're not ready yet. Like, as much as you're questioning them, it's not been like 2 or 3 years of consistently top 4, second or third, close to the title. You feel me? It's not like that. So think you're putting a bit too much pressure on them. Just a
No,
tiny
no, 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 no,
little
no,
bit.
no, 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 no. I ain't going pressure. No, don't do that. Don't do that. What I'm saying is that okay, fine. Before I continue, yeah. Before I continue,
Right.
can we just put our hands up and say that Maguire and Lindelof don't work? If we can't if we're not agreeing on that, then okay,
Yes.
then I'm in a different boat.
I agree 100%.
My hand on my feet up.
Okay, we're agreeing on that, yeah. Now, if we're agreeing on that, yeah. Let me just bring up the second. Abdi, he's out. I just want to say this. Now that we're agreeing that, now that we're agreeing on that, we can clearly see that Maguire is probably, like, this is our captain, he needs to stay and he will play, right? He cannot work with Lindelof. Yet the manager constantly plays Lindelof.
I agree with that.
Why? That's my question. Like, why?
That's decision making that he needs to improve.
There
definitely.
we go. That's what I'm saying. Then when I ask those questions, you're like, yeah, we just have to take it game by game and see what happens, bro. You just completely missed the question.
Now, bro. Look, I think Junior described it the best. Look, think about our situation prior. Post Fergie, we haven't been in this situation before. Ollie's coming.
I get that.
You get what I mean? So,
that's the grand scheme of things. That's the big picture. That's why
we are suffering because of what we've seen from United in the past. We're used to seeing certain things, but realization in reality, that's not the situation, man. That's not the situation, bro. Like, you got.
Then how are you agreeing? Agree with me that Lindelof and Maguire don't work? If you're going to say that as the next sentence, it doesn't make sense. You can't say that
because
I said how are you agreeing with me that Lindelof and Maguire don't work? Yet your very next sentence is that what you've just said. You need to be
next. Guys.
Have I not consistently said that for me? If Bailly's fit,
my camera is not working. Though. I don't understand.
It's standard. For me, if Bailly's fit, I'm playing him. I think Bailly and Maguire, that's the combination for me. That's the centre back pairing.
Maguire and Axel worked. It was working for Mbappe and Neymar. It worked. And Tuanzebe is from Premier League, bro. He's from English. He's out in the Danya. He's out here. Why are you not playing him with Maguire?
Axel's my guy. I would love to see him play more, of course. But obviously,
there we go. That's the question. Those are the questions I'm asking.
What you need to also remember as well is, prior to obviously that PSG game, you know that he picked up some injuries before, so that set him back a few games too. Did you know?
But
that?
he played though. He played and he played well.
You can Google it. He had some.
Rashford is injured. Lindelof has been injured. He's got back pain.
Tuanzebe did pick up some injuries after the PSG game, which set him back a few games. Look into that.
Lindelof has got a back pain, still playing.
What I would say is
problem. Rashford has got shoulder problem. He's still playing. Like, there's favoritism going on here, bro.
No, Bupe, basically the reason why we're not.
I agree with you on that. Definitely, Oli has got a little bit of his own favourite.
Yeah.
It's just the same. Rashford always plays. Rashford always plays, man. I'm telling you, like, you feel me? And like, I feel like Pogba would have been the same if he didn't come out saying that he was going to leave, because I think Ole's got soft spot for Pogba. But I think he's done a good job with Pogba as well, though. Because I would have kicked him out of the club, but he's got the best out of him. Do you understand what I mean? But I think Bailly and Axel, they deserve more time in that team. 100%. And you're right, Bupe, isn't it? Like, Ole's got his favourites, and he needs to come out of that habit. And like Kay says, he needs to improve. And those are the key points that we need to put pressure on him. To be like, why are they not playing? When these Man United interviewers go and ask the press conference, they need to start asking my man, like, why is these guys not playing? Why are they not getting a fair chance at
100,
that?
100.
And not just
Yeah,
let
I
man
agree.
tiptoe around it. Do you understand what I mean? But Ole tiptoes around it so much, and you can
He's
tell.
he's
Ole,
a D. He's an actual gangster tiptoeing around questions
he's
like
a
that.
very good liar, man. Yeah, he's a good liar, man. I'm telling
He's
you,
a
bro.
good
This
one.
guy's a
He's a good
liar.
one. That's why I agree with
He's a
Abd. Yeah,
good liar, bro.
that's why I agree with Abdul from when he said that. You know the whole "we're not title contenders" thing. He's just he's using the media to try and get the pressure off the players. You already know how Ollie is, man. That's his
I
tactic.
don't mind that. I don't mind the mind games. You can play mind games. Mind games is good. Mind games is good for whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, I just want you as long as the panel here understands or agrees that Lindelof and Maguire don't work. And so why is the manager, who everyone else notices, and we clearly see from stats that we're conceding a lot. We're scoring, we've got the most goals. Our team has got the most goals in Premier League, but we've conceded more than literally everyone.
We've
Like we're
considered,
top six.
we've considered the
All right.
most goals in the top 10.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So if you agree,
you know what I mean?
All right, Abupe, let me add this. So if you agree that, obviously we agree that Maguire and Lindelof together, not the one. So would you agree that De Gea has been off form as well?
First fix the defense, and then find out if the hair is like, okay, you are now the problem. You are clearly the problem now. First fix defense.
Okay, let me just answer your question, yeah, Bupe. I know my camera is not working for some reason. It's not starting, but you guys can hear me fine, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got literally
What?
5
You got
minutes
to
and
hear
then
me.
it's over.
Oh, okay. So
That's it.
Yeah, I'm
That's
going
it.
for smoke break time.
yeah. I mean, we can talk about this back and forth with Van der Beek and Maguire and Zabi, all of that. But at the end of the day, what it comes down to is the manager, who he has faith in. Whether you agree with him or not, it doesn't mean that he's a bad coach. For me, you can say he's a bad coach if the team is not doing well. So at the end of the day, Maguire and Lindelof, yes, it might not work, but we also tried Maguire and Xavi. And the game against Sheffield United, it didn't work. So what happens is, this game now that he has the chance to play Xavi, then he chooses Lindelof. The reason is because he doesn't want Xavi going through the same abuse that he went through last time out against Sheffield United. So he's actually protecting him. That's why he didn't play him against Everton. That's what you have to remember. He's trying to protect him. This is more than just one game.
Greece. Maguire was in a fight at Greece, got into prison, and he still played after he got protected.
Yeah, but the point that you're trying to make is, you were saying
you're
that why didn't he play?
And someone
Why
being racially abused? That's two different situations.
The Sheffield United thing, that was clearly the whole team was clapped. Martial and Rashford
no one is blaming Tuanzebe. I'm blaming De Gea for that game anyway. I'm not blaming Tuanzebe for that game at all.
If that's the case, then how come Tuanzebe is still not playing the game? Anyway,
it's down to the manager.
Hence question
but
time. You
know
the
question, but your question shouldn't be, why is this player playing? Therefore, this manager, I don't believe in him. It should be about where the team is.
No.
The improvement that the team is making.
No, I didn't
you have doubts about him because he's not playing. Because he's not addressing the problems.
You know, Abdul. Thank you so much for saying that, because that's exactly it. You just got
at the end of the day, I'll tell you what my honest opinion about Ole is, and I've been saying this for a long time. I'm not gonna judge him right now. I'm gonna wait until the end of the season, see where we are, because this is his second full season. Last season, his first season at the club, he took us to 3 semis. Some guys are seeing that as 3 L's, but I see it as 3 wins, because he took us to 3 semis.
Abdi, what do you think?
In his first season.
In conclusion, what do you think I'm trying to say?
I think what you're trying to say is, you're not sure about him because you don't think that he can win as a title or titles. That's what I'm getting from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only because of his bad decisions.
Only because of the bad decisions that he's making. Yeah.
Yes,
Is that
because
that's
as long as
why?
we keep leaking goals with the
Yeah.
defense that is put on, because defense
Yeah.
wins you championships, and the
Yes.
defense, we clearly from that statement,
Yes.
the defense is what has cost us.
All right,
Yes.
so Bupe,
Yes.
let me ask you this question just before you go, because I've asked you this a few times,
Yeah,
and you've dodged the question a few times as well.
I don't those
Bupe,
questions, mate.
Klopp's first 2 seasons at Liverpool, you bring me the stats and show me your findings in the next podcast. Compare the two. For me, you gotta let the man complete his job. Let's see where he ends up at the end of the season. Let's see if he achieves the targets that we set at the beginning of the season. Then judge the man. You can't be judging him based on a few little decisions near here and there. I agree with what you're saying. There's been a lot of favoritism. I agree. There has been, but no manager's perfect. You're gonna make mistakes along the way.
Yeah, but
But look at the bigger picture. Look at the
yeah,
bigger picture
the
here.
bigger picture is that at this present moment we don't know what Ole is doing, but we're happy that he's got us in this position.
How can you not know what Ollie's doing?
No, because I've asked you so many times why he's playing defenders that don't work, and you still don't have an
And
answer.
we've established there's favoritism there.
Yes, exactly. But really, should there be favoritism when you're losing?
No, but have we been losing? Are we not second in the league at the moment?
We're conceding. We could be
No,
better,
but
bruv.
you're not looking at the bigger picture here, bro. Like, look at the bigger
How
picture.
am I not looking at the bigger picture,
You're not.
dude? Okay, look. Okay,
Clearly
listen.
not, bro.
This is gonna go round in
Listen. All right,
circles, guys.
this is going to
We're
go
going
around in
around in
circles.
circles,
Trey,
yeah.
Trey. All right, this is where I'm at, so that I let you guys know. Obviously, I'm in for Ollie. Yeah, I love Babyface Assassin as a player and as a manager. Though, and I'm not on the fence. I told you I'm going to hop on soon, because at the end of the day, I still got an opinion of my own, and my opinion is that I'm questioning that if we were not leaking goals, wouldn't we be in a better position? We would. It's a fact we would, because we've scored the most goals out of every Premier League team. That's a fact by stats. And so forget about even comparing about what Klopp done in 2 years and 3 years and Pep, whatever the case may be, because factually, we would have done so much better if we just found the winning combination of the defense. And he's stubborn not to try and do the other side. Why? I don't know. That's my questioning.
Okay,
That's
what
where
is
we are.
what is so much better in your eyes?
Tuanzebe, Axel, he played well. He played brilliant. And
No. I mean, ideally, what would you expect Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to, like? Where would you expect Man United to be right now in this moment of the season? Like at the start of the season, where would you have expected us?
Yeah, we will be far, blood. 5 points ahead, 7 points ahead. Because
so you went into the season thinking that we're going to be 5 points at top of the league.
You're in Sterling Bergstein
Here, listen to this. Listen to this, yeah?
Yeah.
The defense has been at certain parts was just holding it up 0-1-0s, winning on the last seconds, just holding it up like that, yeah? The previous games was leaking goals, and every time we get a set piece, watch my watch alongs. Every time I've said there's a set piece, this might be a goal, and 50-50, it's a goal. 50%, it's a goal. Like it's unbelievable, the stats. Like this is for me just watching. Now, me not watching, we've conceded so much. But in terms of
the game is also the issue as well.
Yes, but defense plays people online and onside, and then they get given the opportunity to.
No, but
Hold on a second. Let me just finish.
Bro, the goalkeeper who's defending.
Hold on a second. Let me just finish.
The back four confidence too. So
yes.
If the goalkeeper is not confident, then what? Do you think the defenders in front of them are going to be confident as well?
But the thing that De Gea done with the Perry today or yesterday was before the last time he made a mistake was time ago. But he's done been saving us, and it's so bad that you can't even remember the good parts about him, just because this is now overshadowing him. De Gea is a brilliant goalkeeper, and no one's gonna take them. But at the end of the day, the problem where we are right now, we've got two slow defenders. Lindelof and Maguire are not world class, and they're not in a class of where champions are. No, they're not. And if those two are not there, you need to establish Maguire is our captain, so he's not gonna get dropped. We need to establish someone to go with Maguire, and it's not Lindelof is not the one, Chief. He's not. And so this debate can go on all we want, but we have conceded
No, there's
lot.
no debate in that. There's no debate in that.
Mandem,
But at the same time, you have to remember where we are. We are second in the league. We're doing better than teams that have spent a lot more money this summer.
Abdi, all I'm saying is that at the end of the day, I'm call me spoiled. Call me a spoiled Man United fan, yeah? Call me the guy who's putting too much pressure. But I think we should have been so far ahead if we didn't concede this much because of this defense.
Wait. Before we go off, I'm gonna add my own little 2 pence in it, yeah?
Yeah.
Bupe, I fully hear what you're saying, yeah, 100%, yeah? Because now that I'm coming to think about it, as much as I praise Ole, yeah, and I say that, yeah, my man, he's doing a good job, he can be doing better. Because those points that you're bringing up has nothing to do with the jobs that is done at United. Is to just do with common sense. Like, change that defense or put these players in, and they will make a big impact for United. Do you understand what I mean? Like, they're going to do the job that you think they can do, and he's not doing that. And I think he needs to improve on that 100%. But at the same time, there's no excuses for him. I hear what you're saying, Bupe. Like, you actually
Junior, can I ask one more question as well? Sevilla semi-final Europa. How did you feel? And whose fault was that? Those two. How did you feel? And then still from that, we're still playing the same two that cost us for the next.
If you bring up that game, yeah, it's a bit mixed feelings. I think we had enough chances to kill that game, and we never did.
We could have, but champions win by defending. That's the thing. Like, we could have gone into extra time or whatever the case may be. We could have actually gone into, like, you're not scoring. Like, our arrogance should have been, you're not scoring. Forget we're not scoring. We're going to keep attacking you until we score at least one. Just forget about scoring because we're that good at defense. But Oli just doesn't want that. He just wants the Lindelof and Maguire, which don't work. And then next time we play a game and Lindelof and Maguire don't work, you guys are going to come back to me. Just listen. You guys are going to come back.
Yeah, but listen. If I can just talk.
We've already established that Bailly and Maguire, if it was down to me, if Bailly's fit, he plays. Like, we said this. Like,
Axel's fit.
Bro, look, you're speaking to a guy here I'm Congolese. Like, I love the guy Axel Tuanzebe. I've been watching him since the beginning. How many times have I been praising his name? But at the moment, right now, we're in a situation now we can't start him at the moment. We can't.
And you think you can start Dean Henderson over to here? Come on, blood. You're double-standard.
Yes, yeah. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Yeah. Because Dean Henderson has proved himself. No, he has proved himself in the Premier League with Sheffield United, a team that shouldn't be nowhere near survival last season, but they've actually done well. And that is down to Dean Henderson
won the foundation. Axel won the championship with
Bupe,
yes,
let me finish. No, let me finish. I'm coming back to Axel Tuanzebe. Axel Tuanzebe, like Trey was saying, I'm a huge fan of his, and I honestly believe that we have to give him more chances. But for me, it's not the end of the line for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer if he doesn't play him every single game. The reason why I'm saying that is because Maguire and Lindelof has proved that they can work together. At the end of the day, they have proven it. It doesn't matter if we are conceding so many goals or not. It's not down to the individual mistakes that Maguire or Lindelof are making. It's down to the defensive structure. And that has to be put down to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I agree with you 100%. It has to be put down to Solskjaer and his coaching team. But I am reserving my judgment of him until the end of the season. See where we are. Because I am acknowledging
You're
No,
forced to.
listen.
The reason why I
even
call this podcast, you're forced to. The reason why I call this podcast is I need answers. I want to question this. I want to endure the questions and not be delusional. Like,
no, you're not
endure
being
this.
delusional. No, but you're not being delusional if you're giving him more time, because at the end of the day, then it's a matter of fact. It's nothing to do with delusions. At the end of the day, yeah, we have way more points than we did at this point of the season under any other manager with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And I didn't expect us to be where we are when we lost 6-1 to Tottenham at home. That's how far
Okay.
we came from.
Okay, cool, Abdi. So at the end of the season, let's say
Yes.
Oli ends up being third, right?
Yeah.
And then
God
let's
forbid.
rewind. Let's rewind time. Yeah, let's rewind time, and then we put in Axel, and then we end up being first. Yeah. Now
Wait,
on these
what do you
two,
mean? Let's rewind time. Or you mean like at the start of the season we got back?
yeah, no, me like we're playing makeup at this present moment. At this present moment, we've clearly noticed a mistake. I mean, we clearly noticed that these two don't work together because they're both slow and they don't complement each other. We're footballers. We kind of know that what doesn't complement and what complements. Like, they don't complement each other. Clearly, they do not. But yet he continues to play them over and over again. It's very question mark. I'm not saying drop Oli and find a new manager, but I'm just saying that this favoritism is very question mark. That's all I'm saying. And that's at the end of the day, it could be his downfall to why it could be his downfall to why he will always end up a semi-finalist and never get to the next stage, because he's going to be so arrogant. I'm saying this in the most respectful ways, yeah. I'm saying this in a way that, let's just wake up for a second. He's so arrogant that he can't play what actually works because he wants to use the system that clearly doesn't. To everyone, it doesn't work.
Okay. It's a fair question, honestly, and I completely agree with you when it comes to these concerns. But I'm just saying we have to wait and see how things go, because last season was his first full season. We got to 3 semis. Whether we went out due to his arrogance or not, we don't know that, because at the end of the day, the players have missed the chances. The goalkeeper doesn't come out for crosses. Luke De Jong is allowed to score a header just so easily in the Sevilla Europa League semi-final, as you've seen it. But are players improving under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Yes. Is the players happier than we were with Mourinho, who has won so many trophies? Yes. If we were to get rid of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer today, would the next manager walk into a better foundation?
I'm not talking about getting rid of. I'm just literally talking about fixing the most important part of a football team, which happens to be defense.
That's why I just said now. When you asked me the question, you said, like, what would you do differently to what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is doing right now until the end of the season? And I said, drop De Gea. And that's it.
Not drop above. The hair would save you when you've got the hair would say. At the end of the day, before Lindelof and Maguire came, the hair was saving us with shit defenders. At the end of the day, you still haven't proved that the hair. You can't say that it's the hair's fault. The defense is not good enough. We've proved like it's not good enough. If the defense is doing great enough for you to say now that was the goalkeeper's fault, then we can start talking about the hair. But there's no concrete evidence that you can bring this in court and say it's the hair's fault. No ways.
No. The evidence is there, bro. Come on, the evidence is there.
Bro. Like, at the end of the day,
okay, cool.
I'm not. No.
Guys, it's over 2 hours. It's over 2 hours. We have to do this another time.
The Gea. I love the guy. He's been excellent. Like, he's considered as the world's best at one point. But for me, I get what you're saying in terms of the defense. There's been favoritism with obviously Lindelof and Maguire. I get it, but also you have to also consider the factor that De Gea, during set pieces, during corners, whatever you want to call it, he's not confident. He's being targeted. So
And he doesn't shout enough at the
he's
defenders.
not. He
doesn't shout
Neither does
enough at the
Maguire.
defenders.
Neither does our
He's
captain.
not. He's
Neither
not
does-
controlling.
goes back to what
Neither
you know,
is our captain. Our captain is
but
supposed to do
the thing
that.
is, yeah,
I'm used to seeing Casper Schmeichel and Edwin van der Sar dominating the box.
You
bro.
guys, all right, now, listen, guys.
Yeah, about possibly what we need to do. We need to address this issue of whatever goalkeeping coach that he had in the past. He needs to resolve that, because at the moment, if I'm an opposing team and I'm playing Manchester United and I know that we've got a corner, I'm gonna fancy my chance because I know De Gea is not confident during corners.
It might as well be a penalty, bro, right now.
Am I wrong?
At the end of the day,
That's it. I don't
there's
even need
no
to
concrete evidence that even there's no concrete evidence. Listen. At the end of the day, the most commanding person should be our captain, and our captain just happens to be the defender. There's no concrete evidence.
Well,
Okay.
Peter Schmeichel, you forget about
There's
Peter
no
I'm gonna-
concrete evidence.
I'm gonna.
No,
Hold on.
man. You got commanding
Hold
as
on.
a goalkeeper. Bro. Got to be commanding. Nua, Oblak, are these guys not commanding goalkeepers? You're talking about the world's best. You have to be commanding. You have to control your area as a goalkeeper, especially during set pieces. At the end of the day, we're gonna keep going around in circles here, but I agree with you with the favoritism.
No, yeah, okay, fine.
Also, the
Right.
goal-
Okay. For example, yeah, the last goal that we had was Maguire playing everyone on side. What is De Gea saying as commanding in that point? What is De Gea saying?
Get on. But De Gea, are you trying to say that De Gea, his vision in front of him, you're trying to say that he can't see that Maguire is keeping these guys on side? So wouldn't you shout as a goalkeeper, yo, push up? You're trying to
Bruv,
say-
the ball was hit. The ball was hit, and this guy started running backwards. De Gea is not going to react. Since the ball
Okay.
was kicked,
Can we just?
Maguire started running backwards. There's no way De Gea is going to start saying push up because now it's already played onside. You're already
Okay.
onside from the time the ball is kicked.
Okay, guys. So at
Reaction
the moment,
time is not going to work.
Okay, so basically, Bupe, you said that the whole point of this podcast was to find out what needs to change or for us to even improve further, yeah? And I've made my point. So now I would like to hear the rest of the guys like before we leave.
Yes, Kai, you've been quiet. You look like you've been waiting in the shadows. Like, let me hear what you have to say. What is your actual analysis of this?
So I'm just like, I'm kind of like, I understand where you're coming from, Buford, definitely in terms of keeping De Gea, but I think if we need to experiment at the same time as well with using Dean Henderson. Definitely, I think we should use him more. I also think, obviously, centre back wise, that's my main issue with Man United, bro. To be honest, bro, our defense. Like you said, defense wins championships, but that Lindelof and Maguire together is just my big issue, man. Definitely, bro. I've been saying this since the start of the season, bro. Like, they can't play together, man, at all. Like, they kind of have similar styles of defense. You know what I mean? They don't. It's like, you know, Bailly's kind of different. Bailly gives me Vidic vibes, you know. So yeah, that's how I stand. I think those two changes definitely need to happen. In terms of the change in the team, for sure.
And so here's a question. So if we keep leaking goals, when Dean Henderson comes, is it Dean Henderson's fault?
Oh,
So
I wouldn't
if I
say
can-
it's his... Go on, Abdi, go.
Go.
It's his fault.
No, go.
No, I'll just say maybe. I don't know. That's a hard one. It is a hard one.
If I can just
For me,
answer-
if he comes in, like, I don't know, innit? Obviously, with De Gea and Henderson, I'm a bit, I don't know. It's 50-50 if De Gea should get dropped, because I've seen Dean Henderson and he's looked a bit too eager when he played for United. Like, he wants to prove a point a bit too much. So, like, I've seen him like rush out and then get beat or just get chipped over, innit? I don't know, but if he comes in and he concedes goals, it's his fault, innit? Who else is his fault, innit?
Okay, if I can just answer
obviously,
that
if
question.
it's like mistakes like the ones that David De Gea did, then you can't say it's no one else's fault apart from him, innit? You feel me? If it's something like, or like he's just getting beaten by shots from outside the box, yeah, and he didn't save it, then you can't really blame him too much for that, innit? You feel me? But if he's making mistakes and stuff like that, then it's his fault. But look at Alisson today as well. Like, he made 2 mistakes, passed the ball to the defenders and that. You feel me? What is he gonna get dropped too? And that, I don't know. Henderson has made mistakes as well, like here and there last season as well. Like,
Okay, so if I can just talk about the reason why I'm saying we should drop De Gea, is I'm not even basing my decision on what has happened this season. For me, it's a pattern. It's been going on for 2 seasons in a row now. I've been seeing so many silly mistakes from De Gea. Last season, I'm gonna share this fact with you guys later once I find the link to this website. Basically, it shows you all the mistakes that goalkeepers are making that lead to goals. De Gea, my guy, who plays for Man United, had the highest in the league. Mistakes from goalkeepers leading to goals. That's how bad it is. And this season, we have conceded, like I said, against Southampton, PSG twice, West Ham, Sheffield United, Leeds, and Man City, Everton, just as you saw the other night, even Leeds United, even Tottenham, Aston Villa, they took the free kick quickly and we conceded from a set piece. I'm not saying they were all down to De Gea, but when there is a mistake and there's a pattern of conceding goals from free kicks and corners, you have to try something different. I'm not blaming entirely the blame on De Gea. For me, it's 50-50. Obviously, the coaching aspects of the team needs to be done better when it comes to defending from corners and free kicks. And for us to have a good second half of the season right now and finish the season struggling, maybe win a trophy or 2, that is what we need to improve on. That goalkeeper position and conceding from corners and free kicks, because it's too easy right now.
You know, if we fix the defensive positions, the goalkeeper one is very, very lasered on. Like, once the defense is good, you can clearly see now the problem is with the goalkeeper. Right now, I don't have concrete evidence. There's no concrete evidence at this present moment. Just because he had a hiccup there just now with the hair, you can't. The concrete evidence is how much we've accumulated goals from defenders, and that's constant. That's
I've just given you all the games that we conceded from corners this season.
Not good enough. It's not good enough
way to look at it is like, think about it this way, yeah.
There's been a common trend.
One second, Abdi. Just think about it this way, yeah. Like, when David De Gea makes his mistakes, it's at a point where we need him to save us. It's like when he makes these amazing saves, we're winning the game, or like it's 0-0. But at the point where it's like we need you to save us and like keep us in the game, that's when he makes them bloopers that cost us the game, and that's the turning point. Do you understand what I mean? It's okay. Like, I can understand you saying, yeah, if the defense sorts out itself, I would still have a question mark about David De Gea when he gets to the point of that one chance.
And then now you're relying on Dean Henderson to actually do those. Are you going
to have that concentration to save us from that one chance? And I think he doesn't really do that all the time. So I can hear what Abdi's saying. I can hear what you're saying as well. But I think that's the question he's got to answer for himself as well.
Okay, guys, 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes.
If I could just finish, if I could just finish one more thing. Competition is important, guys.
This will definitely have to be. This definitely has to be carried on soon and again, because obviously I've got more questions, but it kept on going because we got the back and forth, which is good at the end of the day, because we definitely we are worried for our club and we really are wanting to put our point across. And so this is good questioning, good answers. So we'll come back and reflect on this, because I'm seeing the fence, but I'm holding on like this. I'm about to jump on. I'm just staying.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
no,
thank you
that's
very
fair
much.
enough, man.
Um,
Absolutely, that's
Love,
fair
man.
enough.
thank you very much, Abdi. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you, bro.
Junior. Thank you very much, Trent. Thank you very much, Kay. Everyone, please like,
Thank you, guys.
subscribe
Well
if
done.
you've got this far
Nice.
and you've enjoyed the content. Please like, subscribe. Make sure you stay tuned. Yeah. Peace.
Yeah, well done, everyone.
Don't
Alright,
know,
then,
man.